So, guys, we are here. It's Wednesday. That means we got a meet and greet. Okay? And today, we're doing things a little different. It's not just, your average run-of-the-mill producer. We got the fucking other end of the spectrum. We got the visual end of the spectrum today. This man has been taking over the scene one collaboration at a time, one fucking cover art at a time, one promo video at a time, grinding slowly, fucking halfway up the mountain, and he's fucking just pushing the boundaries. So, I haven't got to speak with this guy much outside of a meet and greet, and I'm generally excited to talk to this guy and see what he's got to say and hear a whole different perspective on, his view of the scene. So, hey, let's bring out our guest from back in the green room, Mr. Data Byte. Let's go. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Guys?
What's up, my dude? So, hey, thank you for being here. First and foremost, I appreciate you fucking spending time with us.
Thank you. I am going to actually, now that you say about the faces, I see about 4 more faces, so I'm just going to get out of the Twitch stream so I can focus more.
Don't worry.
But thank you guys for having me.
Oh, of course, man. Of course. Yeah, you could see it right here, too, so you're not totally
Perfect. Yeah, I see the chat right there.
Yeah, it's a good and a bad thing. I don't know. But we got a pretty nice, thoughtful community over here, too, so I think they'll welcome you with open arms. Especially after everything you've done for the scene, too, man. I don't know if they recognize, but you've been, I think most people's go-to cover art for increasingly for the last, year or two, And has this put a stint on that, or, has this actually helped it? Because I feel like more people are looking for, cover art, maybe not VJ stuff, but more people might
definitely. I try to be the person that most underground, artists that are starting out can come to and get something going for them without having much needed background information or way to set up, so I can make it easier for them. Because when I started off, I was basically just helping my friends who were starting off their projects, and I was just using it as a learning experience. I would make stuff for them and what they want, and we worked that way. And I was just more confident in the future to take on more projects, and it just started from there. And one project became 2, 3, and I just kept going from there, and now it doesn't stop.
So where did it start then? Where did the beginning of this thing happen?
Well, I've always been more into video editing since I've been young, and I didn't really get into let's say visual art until 3 or 4 years ago. I started getting into the scene basically, and I started integrating my skills in editing into what I do in visual art. And it started off just for fun as editing videos. I would find weird videos online, download them and edit them in weird ways and post them online, and people liked it. So I was just like, hey, I'll invest my time in it and learn more about it.
So it was it started with memes? Funny videos?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I used to be on Reddit a lot, so I used to post a lot of stuff on there. So from there, it went off into Twitter.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. And you've been pretty consistent with Twitter. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you think that's one of your biggest platforms in terms of reach and stuff?
Oh yeah, 100%. Twitter is my most helpful platform for growth. I know a lot of artists, especially artists that use 3D renders and 3D design, don't really resort to Twitter when it comes to bettering their brand, but most just having it as one of their assets. But I just started off on Twitter, and I've been just posting my videos on there. But I will say Instagram and other websites have better quality for posting art and stuff like that. But mine was more into just posting a 2-minute clip that you can watch while you're scrolling during your day, watch something trippy, be like, oh, this is cool, and then go about your day. I didn't really go for more design until more recent stuff that I've been making.
I've been kind of noticing that too. I mean, not to say that the style is different, but I feel like it's it got crazy more refined in terms of hyper realism and stuff.
Yeah, I started just going into more 3D work and just focused that more. Started learning Cinema 4D and Octane, and Octane is pretty much was doing all that realistic work for me, and I've just been loving it. It's been a rewarding experience because now I can actually think of the idea and I can just get out my sketchbook and sketch out a really stupid stick figure, and then I can go and implement it in 3D as close as possible. And I feel like if I keep going at it in a few years, I can actually create the concepts that I can just think of immediately and get it going.
So like these things that you that's actually another question I had too. Like these things that you see, like the promo post that I asked you for like a picture. Which one should we use as a promo post? I usually get like a headshot from all these DJs, you know.
Yeah.
But you
You're
sent me
talking
this.
about,
Yeah, you sent me this crazy 4D. Oh my, like, psh,
yeah.
bro. So I felt bad
Yeah,
with
this
the
is my
little
most
shitty text on it. But is this something you see first, or is this something you work on like and refine
This
as you
is
go?
the most recent artwork that I made, and with it, I feel like I wouldn't call it like a breakthrough because I feel like in the 3D realm, I'm still very, 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 very basic because I'm just basically creating like concepts. Like there are 3 renderers and artists out there that create a whole different scene for you and different concepts for you that are complete, like and can bring the whole idea that you tell them to life. And I feel like I'm not there 100%. I'm just implementing my own ideas as of right now. And specifically with that artwork that I just showed off, is I feel like I actually executed all the ideas that I wanted to into that artwork. And it's basically like the perfect one that I've made in a while.
Oh
So I'm
shit.
very proud of it. And that's why I'm also making it into prints too. So
Oh no, dude, it's fire. And I've seen a couple of the other prints that you've done too. I think it was a collaboration with somebody. It's like kind of like a
um,
pink open one,
oh
pinkish
yeah,
purple.
yeah. That's with my friend Nick Kaz. We made that into an actual like, well, it's a screenshot from 3 different videos that I have to do with that specific object that we worked for, and that was also another learning experience for me. Is also about doing different takes for different for just like the same exact shot or object. When we could like zoom in, one can come around, one can come from under it, and like I said, I use everything that I'm doing as a learning experience because I'm still learning as I go. It's not like let's say I'm just now finished school and just basically doing this as my job.
So it's full time right now.
No, I actually do have a full-time job, but I also do this on the side with
Oh
my free
shit.
time. So it's
Damn.
still, I would like for it to be a full-time job, but hey, we all like to have our hobbies to be a full-time job, but
Yeah.
hey, COVID doesn't want it.
Nah, and yo, dude, you're putting out the amount of the volume of work you're putting out is like you'd think it's a full time job, especially because these things, creating whole atmospheres from nothing and video things take fuck. It's not just
Hmm.
one shot; it's frame by frame by frame, and like
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I've seen you on After
And probably
Effects,
you should
like
probably got into it before. Yeah, I started off with After Effects. Yeah, and it's a good first learning experience to start off with After Effects. I always recommend it to also like producers that want to make their own stuff because you can make a lot of easy stuff with After Effects that can just last you a long time. But yeah, you did say it yourself. A lot of it is just a waiting game, and it's a lot of patience, and have to stick with it until you get the result that you want. Or you can just pay somebody like us to do it for you.
you got the patience, man. Has like that uh like vision changed over time? Like what you see in your head and try to make, has it complicated? Has it gotten
Oh yeah.
chiller? Like have you learned less is more or something, or what's been the creative
Um,
process of this all been like?
No, I feel like specifically as of right now, I'm at this stage where I'm just fully inspired by everything that I see because before I just never approached this. I talk about like the 3D world, like 3D design and rendering and all that. I only got into it at January. Before that, I only used basically After Effects and stuff like that. So in my head, I was just gonna stick with After Effects and create a lot of like procedural stuff and weird gooey looking things. And I thought, hey, that's gonna be my thing, quote unquote. But then once I started learning Cinema 4D, I just like what they say, like the possibilities are endless now. Like I feel like if I want to create a mini movie and it's going to take me several months, I can actually apply it and create a whole mini movie myself because I look at people like EPROM, they being able to produce their own full entire music video and it looks like a Destiny 2 like cinematic cutscene. And you're just like, holy shit, he made that himself. So it's just like that's when I like right now I'm at this place where I just want to learn as much as I can. Everywhere I look, I'm inspired by different artists that inspire me to just always get better because I'm always like looking at like how is that done? I want to be able to do that. but I realize it's just like you said, it's a waiting game, and well, not a waiting game, but a patience game.
Definitely. I mean, you got to put the, I guess, 10,000 hours in. I mean, have
Hmm.
how long have you been doing it for? Has it been long past 10,000 hours for you at this point?
Well, I don't. Well, like I said, for especially for Sim 40, I only started in January, and now we're in August. So uh, I don't
Well,
know what time you would say, but I did almost all my free time. If I'm not playing like a bit of video games, it's always been just Cinema 4D and learning it.
oh shit. Yeah, so that was another question too. Like, do you do anything besides this, like to as a creative outlet, as something to let off steam, or you a big gamer or what?
Definitely, I'm definitely more of a gamer than anything else. I spend a lot of my free time gaming. I've been grinding Fall Guys nonstop with all my free time, even though like at this point this game brings me no joy because I'm just like this is unfair piece of shit fucking game, and so but I still love it. I'm trying to grind out the battle pass, so I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah, have you got the W yet? Have you got a crown?
No, man,
Me
no.
neither.
I always get close. I always get close, and I fucked it up twice. Is when you get to the crown, you have to make like that little jump.
Oh
But like I
yeah.
didn't know about the whole jump. I thought I just like run and grab it, so I fell down and lost the whole fucking thing. So
Dude,
it's just be
yeah.
that one mistake, and that's why I'm just like,
I mean, hey,
I'm
that's
like,
it's the same thing with everything, right? You just fuck up one time really bad. I'm sure a live show. I don't know. I don't know how many, how deeply embedded in the live shows you were. I know for a fact you played a couple. One being Sound Haven,
yeah,
and that's where we
yeah,
met.
yeah,
But like I'm sure there's been times where you're like, you didn't have a wire, or fucking had to borrow one last minute. Things just came together, and it's all like, it's kind of fucking nuts, bro. How even in the games, you gotta just try it out. And I guess
oh
that's
yeah, oh I agree 100%. I just think more if we're playing video games, I want to be able to be in control of what the fuck I'm doing. I feel
oh
like on
yeah.
the live show we can't.
That's true. Yeah, that's true, man. I don't know. Fall Guys, it gets it's fun for about like 2 hours, and then I'm just like,
Oh
all right,
yeah,
I'm good for the week.
perfect. Yeah, you just said it perfectly. I just grinding out for a few hours and I'm just like, I'm done for now.
Yeah, nah, that's good though. Honestly, I need that because I got the real like, I think addictive personality in that sense, where even like the real life has become the RPG, and I think that's why I'm so
Hmm.
addicted to learning
Oh
these new
yeah.
skills, and it's
That's why I feel like we're not shocked from whatever is happening out there. We're just so used to like RPG elements. So we're just
dude.
like, hey, we just apply them in real life.
Exactly. Now we're ready, bro. We're just seeing this shit. We've been seeing it, and we've kind of always been I feel like self-sufficient too in a way. Like you've kind of just paved your path in terms of like who you work with. Like that didn't just come overnight, you know what I mean? That's pretty
Mhm.
putting your head down and just grinding, like it's
Yeah,
it's
it's just really just creating until something good comes out of it, and I've been thankful to have had abundance of good come out of it. So,
So when did you start seeing like a turning point in that? Like when did you start
uh,
working with the more people that you wanted to work with, or started doing projects you wanted to do?
well, I've always had enjoyment just working with smaller artists. I would say like there's like I said, starting out with their projects that I make just certain graphics for them, stuff like that. But I've just consistently continued posting on Twitter over the several years that I've been making art. And I would say about either a year or a year and a half ago, I posted some videos that were made for Yeti, and Wakaan caught them, and they were like, "Hey, we really like these. Would you like to work with us to produce videos for the Convoy compilation?" And I was just like, "Holy shit! I didn't know anybody gave a shit that much to even to the point where an actual label would pay for some of my work." And from there, I also continued working on projects with them. And once I started seeing the consistency of work that I'm getting from an established label, so I'm just like, hey, like it's time to put in the actual work and learn more as much as you can. And ever since then, it's been just gradually going up. And hey, that's how
Bro.
it's going to be if I just keep learning.
No, it's like it's kind of crazy that one of the bigger labels of the thing just like caught wind of it, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was pretty recent too. That was maybe a year and a half ago at this point,
Yeah,
or
actually, their last like big compilation release they released, the one that had the Dragonhawk come out on.
oh, okay.
So that was the one. And also, I did still my biggest project to date, Liquid Strangers album visualizers. He had, I believe, 30 tracks on that album, and needed 30 individual videos done for them. So that was a big challenge for me, and also my biggest learning experience. And I was at a point in my life where I was just like, hey, it's time to learn the 3D world so I can actually be more efficient with what I'm making.
Yeah, is it in a sense of like wanting to play out live too, or would you want to just be the homebody kind of guy? Are you trying to move to being like a live VJ? Or
That was the idea at the beginning. Yeah, it was definitely to be more of a VJ than a creator. There's a lot of assets for VJs to download. A lot of, there's softwares that create procedural stuff for you. There is softwares that react to music, stuff like that, and they're very easy to get into and learn. And if you were on tour, you really just need somebody that knows how to run those things, and it'll be good to go. And I felt like I could learn that. I'm not saying like it's very like easy and basic to learn, but I'm just saying like, oh, I will say if I take 2 years to learn it, then hey, I'm good to go. This is all I need to know about this subject. But that's when I started implementing and learning more original work, so I can be more helpful in the terms of creating visual assets for a tour or a big show or a specific like oh, this is a Halloween stop, so we need Halloween type of things, or is this is a Canada stop, we need something for that theme or something like that.
definitely.
So it started off for me as definitely being a VJ, but ever since COVID started, I've just been finding myself having enjoyment just creating concepts nonstop and just doing that more. But I feel like when shows come back and if somebody wants to like me enough to take my work with them on tour, then I would 100% like do it. That would be definitely a goal of mine to do someday. But when it comes to being a VJ, I feel like it's more of a, I don't know, it's like going out and painting one night type of thing. I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Oh shit, yeah,
Uh,
and it's kind of dope that like you're just on a path where it's like if they fuck with the vision, I think it'll happen to that point too. You're not like so desperate to like just jump on any tour. It's like if the visions kind of align and they let you do what
mhm.
you want to do and and you have that freedom. I think that's really it's like it's important to have in something like that too because like you said you're just not playing other people's clips, like you're curating at a certain point,
I definitely want to be I definitely want to bring people's ideas to life, and that is why I am always focusing on just learning just every trick there is, so I can be better at. Really, this just comes down to just executing other people's idea because a lot of folks just want their ideas done, and that I mean, if you have the vision and have the funds and have the way to do it, and you will go to somebody and be like, hey, I want this and this done. I look at G Jones, like G Jones will get what he wants
true,
the way he wants it.
true.
And you look at his visuals, his music all have everything is intricate and works together well, and 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 that's inspiring to do that. So
Dude, for real. No, it's definitely like an important thing to have the whole like package, and I see some artists that have like a like G Jones, like the black and white thing. It's like that's him, like it's
yeah,
kind of
it's black and
undistinguishable.
white. I mean, I always look at it and be like, it's not has not been done before. We've seen other artists implement black and white, but it's just so distinctive. I always look at it and it's just very distinctive. You look at anything that G Jones has created, and if you see it on any other media, you'd recognize it immediately. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is G Jones.
That's tough, man. Do you find yourself like struggling to do that, or do you think that's something that comes natural once you like figure out who and what you want to like represent?
I'm still at the stages where I'm just still, like I said, I'm very inspired. Is the best way that I can describe it for you. That I be like, okay, this is my style now. And then like a week later, I'm just like, holy shit, there's this whole new way you can do stuff. I want to learn that. And then you're just like, this is my style now. And then you go through with it. And that's why I like this whole art style. Is just there is always ways to get better and better and better. And that's why it's just keep the good going and just enjoy what you're doing and not really put like a, I don't know, label or anything on it. That's why I just go more of a 3D artist at this point rather than like VJ or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's just, I mean, I do it all and I enjoy doing it all. I just don't like putting a label on it. It's just I'm just doing this to enjoy it.
Yeah, you're leaving a broader interpretation of it, so like people don't just label you. That's why I say I'm a producer instead of just go right to the DJ too, because I feel the same way. It's like let me just make sure they know, because that could be an ambiguous term. It could be like, oh, what
Oh
does he
yeah.
produce? Does he just sit at home and produce like some rap beats or something, or he's producing pop songs or whatever you're producing. But it's like, does I think it's the same thing with the music too. We're at like the cusp of accessibility and just new technology, new plugins, everything like that, that it's evolving so quickly. And
quickly.
dude, it's insane. Like you're gonna get left behind unless you're watching tutorials or downloading the new things and stuff. So it's kind of crazy. But do you go into this like with some ideas, or do you wait for someone to come with ideas, or is it like a mutual bond of the two?
I feel like it's more of a two, but as of recently, it has been more of an idea come to me and I execute it. And before, it used to be like, I'll say the first few months of me learning 3D work, it used to be me, I would follow a tutorial of starting to do something, way to do it. And then I would stop after I understand the tutorial and then go my own route and then continue building with my own way, and then have a complete artwork at the end that I would like, or a render or a video that I would like. But it would look not anything like the video that I watched in the tutorial. That's why, like, I would watch a video on how to do a specific light trick, and then I would implement it in an idea that I have, and
it's
that's how
insanely like the music, like tutorials. Like I'll sit here and listen to. I'll try to, I think we all started like that, to make a Skrillex Yoi or something, and then we get halfway through, and it's like, oh, it's something different, but it's almost like our own thing. So I think that's led to a lot of fucking dope, happy accidents. As Bob Ross.
Of course, that's how it. I mean, most of my stuff has been happy accidents, and I like to admit that, because I feel like that's the beauty of creation. Sometimes you just don't have to just know a specific idea and spend months trying to execute it and then hate it at the end. Sometimes you just create for a bit and see what you can come up with.
Yeah.
I don't know what was. I saw a tweet by, I believe, the Vibe Squad. I don't know if you're familiar with Vibe Squad.
Oh yeah.
He said that he recommends for all new producers to produce 100 songs rather than focus on one specific song. I agree with that in the terms of also in like learning 3D. Just make shit, make it. I want to do light today. I want to do a way of doing a certain camera angle, and then just do that and get going until you know all of these tools that you can execute for your ideas.
It's like wild to think that it's the same way in the visual aspect too, because you see someone like Jackson Pollock or something, and it's like, all right, maybe he just went at that randomly. There's like, and honestly, maybe he didn't, and that's what's crazy too, because it's just dots or lines at the end of the day, and maybe there's a deeper meaning, and there's like a method to the madness, because apparently he was a really great painter, and he just like went the opposite way. He just was so good that he just tried to push it the opposite way. But it's weird. I could see that with music. You make a weird sound, you're like, ooh, I like that. But with a visual art, it's kind of crazy that like, you're seeing things but messing around with them and it's still new in a way. But I could attest to that too. In I've edited my own music videos, and in After Effects, most of the dope shit happens because it's an accident.
Yeah.
Like press something.
That's all it is,
dude. It's fucking crazy. But I mean,
and you call it happy accidents.
Yeah, and you look at something like yours though, and it looks like there's no way there could be an accident though. It's like that lady that we use as the promo pic, man. Was that something that like you had to see though, or was that an accident in a certain way? Was something like her chest, the data on her chest, an accident, or like did you
that
go
was
into
straight
that 100%?
That was honestly, I came up with the whole I wanted to do the whole data and the certain text above it only like the last touches after I was done with it. I was watching an EPROM music video, and he has his Greek statues that he would have in a really cool way, where he would have some certain weird text on their head, and it would itch out of their body. So I sat there and tried to figure out how he would execute that trick. So I executed it with my little data and the text on top of it. But like I said, for that specific model herself, the whole idea actually was a concept that I thought of. It was just basically, the initial idea was just started off as a picture of somebody's eyes being closed off, and then there's just the middle eye being opened. And from there, I started adding things to the hand, and then the snake around the neck, and the headpiece, and then one eye became 100 eyes, and it went from there. The idea started off, like you said, it's like creating the drop and then going back and creating the intro and the second part, and stuff like
Oh
that. You
shit.
thought of the drop, and then you go from there.
Yeah, no, that's pretty. It's pretty insane. So you look at it as a music thing, or are you just trying to give me layman's terms, like something that I don't understand, or is
No,
that
I
how
was
you
just
look at it too?
honestly just I mean I was just trying to relate it in a way
Okay.
like musically. Yeah, no, I don't see it. Even though I come from a music family, my dad was a music professor and my mom was a music teacher, so
Oh shit.
um, I was introduced to music at an early age. But no, I don't really think of things musically at all.
Oh damn, man. Is that you think that has a way on how like you're so attached to the music scene though, and like connected, whether it be through music or just like being integral part of it in another way, just
Well,
like
for
being
me,
around it.
I was just like you said, I was just really more introduced to music throughout my whole life. My dad just taught music, and he also played certain instrument for the orchestra, so I got to travel with him a lot. So I was just at starting off at an early age. I was introduced to music. I was around music. I was taught for a few months violin, but I absolutely hated it and didn't continue with it. And in high school, I learned how to play saxophone, but I also dropped that after high school.
Oh shit.
So as every part of my life that I look at, I've had music involved in my life throughout.
Oh damn. And like, is that has your parents like supported being in the music field? Do they want you to have a
Oh yeah,
backup? Okay, nice.
yeah. My dad was more of a he wants to at the first few years of my life wanted to create like a musical quote unquote prodigy because he's also really into music. So he just shoved, like I said, shoved violin on me and violin lessons and stuff like that. So, and I just, I guess, rejected it mentally. I didn't want to learn it. And to the point where the teacher themselves were just like, listen, we can't do this anymore. He's not getting it. So,
Whoa.
but then in high school, I joined a music class in ninth grade, and they needed a saxophone player for their marching band. And I was just like, hey, I'll do that. So I learned how to play saxophone throughout the first 3 years of high school. And I liked saxophone. Saxophone was really fun to play. I just didn't learn it in a way where I would be able to play saxophone. I was learning it to be like loud as shit. Listen to us, bitch. We're the marching band. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not like a
it
classically
wasn't.
trained.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
I wanted to learn the good stuff, but my
Okay.
music teacher was more focused on because you got to teach 40 students outside at 3 p.m. after you've been at work since 7 a.m. So you don't want to fucking do that.
And like young adults too. Like our minds
Mm-hmm.
so where like other places,
Yep.
so many other
And you
places, dude.
gotta, and it was a public school, so like,
Nobody wants to be there at the end of the day. It's like fuck it, man.
especially not the teacher.
But where is this where you are now? Is this where did you grow up in terms of like
Well,
in the states?
I was well, I only got to the States in 2010 when I was
Oh shit.
14. I lived the first 14 years of my life in Iraq. Um, well, I would say I lived the first 12 years in Iraq. Then I lived after that from 12 to 14. I lived in Turkey, and then from Turkey we migrated to Louisiana, and I lived in Louisiana for 7 years. Then I lived in Florida, and then now I'm here in Missouri,
Wow.
right as of
Oh
right now.
shit, man.
Yep.
What a bunch of different places, dude. Like what?
Yeah.
Oof. What was the shock like from Turkey to Louisiana or some shit? Like what?
It was very, the word shocking. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Yeah. Um, it was the way I expected the United States to be is Manhattan, New York. And when we landed, it was Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Ooh.
So I was just like, where are the buildings? Why are so many why so many swamps? It's just like, where the fuck are we?
So
Yeah.
what was the move for? Like why Louisiana in particular? Was there any reason?
Well, it was for immigration reasons. We basically, in the last few months living in my country, we had a very difficult time living with the way the country was set up, with the not really a very valid government running. So I had a lot of militias running all over the place. And we lived in main city Baghdad, and my dad was a very prominent music professor that was known in the University of Baghdad. So these militias were very, I would say, very extremist, and they were not into the whole music thing. So
Wow.
they started getting into my dad's business, and it was a very tough situation we had to deal with. So we decided to just go ahead and, for the safety of everybody, go ahead and migrate to Turkey for the time being to figure out what we can do about this whole situation. It started off as first like, hey, we go to Turkey to let this thing die down. But then after that, we were just like, this is, I mean, it's 2020 and it's still the same way. So we were just like looking at it long way. We are just like, let's get the fuck out of here. And so we lived in Turkey, and then after that, we worked with the United Nations for the Immigration Office and worked out a bunch of paperwork and stuff to be able to actually, because when we lived in Turkey, we were on a visa. And when you're on a visa, you can't really work in Turkey. So we can't just stay there forever. So we just needed a permanent place to live. So the United Nations were just like, okay, we're going to find a spot for you guys you can migrate to. And they landed on Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So we were just like, hey, that sounds like a place we can go to. It's fresh start. Let's do it. And we did it.
So it was just on a whim, Baton Rouge?
Sorry?
It was just like kind of on a whim, like Baton Rouge was just like, all right, it just seems like it's obviously the better option than what's going on right now. And
oh yeah, for what it was, because it was just, we were just like in a tough spot where it's just like you can't work, you can't do anything, you're just spending money in this country that you can't really do anything in. And so they were like, okay, because we still had to stay there for 2 years for the whole paperwork to work. It took that long for them to access everything for us. So we were like, okay, now do we get a choice of where we're going? They're like, yeah, we can do Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or we can do Australia, but Australia is going to be like 6 to 7 months until we can figure out a place for you guys to go to. But looking back at it, I would have done Australia.
Damn, I think they're over the whole thing already, right? Or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, man.
So my parents were just like, listen, we got a spot, let's do it. I mean, how bad could it be? It's the United States. And I mean, it was a fresh start for us. So we just started in Louisiana. And once we didn't want to stay in Louisiana anymore, my parents migrated. I keep migrating. We just moved to Florida, man. I keep saying migrated because we were just like, put the bag on, let's go.
That's what people do when they go to Florida, though. It's like they're like birds; they migrate. Down
yeah,
there,
yeah. They just migrate down there.
Wow. I mean, that must have been even crazier, though. Honestly, what was crazier, Louisiana or fucking Florida, or what part of Florida?
Well, Louisiana definitely, because I lived much longer there. I lived there for 7 years, but I only lived in Florida for 2 years and then moved to Missouri. So I definitely will say Louisiana has been very a interesting experience for me. Wow. It taught me a lot.
So, like, what about music is were they against? Like, why in particular, like, music? Is it just like
it comes down to just extreme religion, and they just don't want basically any form of entertainment. They see it's very backward and extreme. They see like sports as a waste of time and if we play sports, if your kids play outside, you should be praying. You shouldn't be doing that. Music lead to drinking and to prostitution, stuff like that. So it's a very different world. So
even in, like, you said your dad was like a professor of it. Like, even when you're being taught it in a fucking in a university, they say that's like the root of it. Like, they're just like nip it in the bud kind of thing.
Yeah, they didn't really want it at all. They, I mean, after we left, the university got shot down with missiles after a while because they just didn't want it happening. Those militias just didn't want. They just wanted people to be inside, locked in, not doing anything. Came a point of time where we were abducting men that had no mustache because that's not manly enough, or they had shorts on because that's not manly enough, or if a woman does not wear hijab, then she would disappear. So my family really looked at it and they're like, hey, you guys have no future here. This is not going to work out. Let's try to see what we can do about this so we can have a better life for us, because if we continued like that, it was just going to be a waiting game before, I don't know, because my dad was at this stage where he's just like, I'm not going to quit doing this. This is my job. Like, whatever you want to do. So the people threatened to go after me and my little brother. And that's when my dad was just like, nope, That's it. We gotta protect the kids. There is no such thing as staying.
Is
So,
are they done with it too? Like, do you guys have family back there or anything that they have
oh yeah,
attachment to?
yeah,
Okay.
we lost a family member to that whole thing, but
I'm
that's
sorry.
another story. But as of like that was back in 2007, and as of today, my dad is actually in Iraq, Baghdad, right now, getting his retirement done. It's a different. It's still shit. It's like different. It's he's not in danger, particularly like himself, but he is in a very dangerous environment where he's in. But he's not the professor anymore. He's just some guy now, and
Yeah.
that's trying to get his retirement done and be done with it. Um,
Jeez. So is there? Did they come back here and continue teaching music, or do they have to like do something else, or?
no, unfortunately, because he migrated here, his degree didn't really work in the US, and he also didn't speak perfect English, or not particularly perfect English, but like very strong English to sit there in an auditorium and teach a whole class, let alone grade their papers, read their handwriting, stuff like that. It was just going to be something that he would take him a few years to be able to do that. So he took on other jobs. Like when he first got there, he worked at a restaurant. He also worked at Walmart, gas station. He worked a lot of jobs between 2010 and 2018. Yeah.
Damn. You think that's been like had an effect on like the way you look at art and stuff like that, and the stability of it, and just like putting whatever you got into it as
Oh
hard
yeah,
as you can.
definitely. Because I am unfortunately didn't get fortunate enough to finish college. So even though a lot of people see it as a way, and I agree with it, like college, not finishing college is not the end of the world, and it's not. I mean, I didn't. I'm doing what I'm doing without any college education that helped me learn this. I learned it all myself. Um, so I definitely feel like I look at what I do as being something that I want to enjoy, but also being really good at, so I can make something out of it. Not because I want to like quote unquote get big or whatever, because there is no use in that for me at all. I just want to be able to financially live off and also be creatively stable enough to also create what I want to create and live off of it.
Dude, absolutely, man. That's the goal right there too, right? And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you have like an artwork where it's like kind of uh it's like it's boundaryless, where it doesn't necessarily need to speak to a certain particular type of like person, or in a certain region or anything like that. But do you think your background or whatever art experience you have, like from Iraq, or fucking Baton Rouge or wherever, like you're just cultural uh background, do you think that's had an effect on your art and what your vision of
Oh
it
yeah,
too? Yeah.
definitely, 100%, and it's gonna keep getting better and better. And the ideas of getting inspiration from where I come from, that is a big thing for me. I When I started first making basic visuals, I started getting a bunch of mosque and mausoleum pictures that are high quality, and then I would cut them up and turn them into really cool looking endless tunnels that you can look at. And because a lot of these monuments have a very psychedelic look to them, but they're not intended to be looked at in a psychedelic way. It is just intended to be looked at as a way of dedication and show off artistic ability. Um, and I mean, or also to show appreciation to like the holy place that you're building for to pray in and stuff like that. But I feel like if we're in a different environment and you take somebody who is going to take some psychedelics and you take them to that building, it's one of the best places I feel like you could trip in, because the whole place feels like a whole psychedelic environment for you. So I tried to implement that more into my art, but also in recent months, I've tried to also implement um, a lot of my ancient culture, Mesopotamian and Babylon and stuff like that, into my artwork, and mixing futuristic takes into that whole idea, because a lot of the Mesopotamian not culture, but history has to do with outer space, and their gods come from outer space and stuff like that. So I try to implement that with what I'm doing and create futuristic, spacey look to an ancient look for that I'm creating. But it's still very early stages. I want to create it in a way where I'm also like still paying respect to what I'm doing and not just making trippy whatever. Like I want to be able to create a whole idea that you can look at and be like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I mean, look at this shit right here. It does, and it does got a little bit of a flavor of, like you said, like it's got like a kind of a goddess vibe or something, like
Mm-hmm,
some
mm-hmm.
weird, her hands over the eyes and the third eye, but it's still got like this, like, alien-like technology looking like. It's like a,
Definitely. I just wanted when you look at it, you can tell this is a humanoid looking thing. But I mean, I if you go back one more, is it
this
like to
one.
the left? Like you can
Oh,
see, I put the legs there to not give it. It's not like a female, but it's also a feminine look to it. But you can't really tell what gender it is. It's just whatever you can make out of this.
oh, all right. I like ambiguous kind of thing. I like that shit,
Mm-hmm.
man. And is that something that's frequented in Iraqi culture is like genderless kind of gods or something, or
No, it's more of a like Mesopotamian. I would say like it's very, very ancient, like before Christ culture. It's like one of the first civilizations to ever exist. So it's very ancient, and so their stuff is very has to do with sex and gods having different, sexual how would you call it? Like I said, like it's not really specific gender type of thing. But no, as a modern culture, there is no like if I was creating this right now in Iraq at this very moment, my artwork would not do very well, let
oh,
alone
okay. So this
be
is more of
liked.
just like a deity kind of thing. It's not
Yeah.
in relation to, it's not specific to one kind of
No,
thing.
no,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
Yo, I fuck with that though. That's dude,
I
that's
appreciate you.
no, of course, man. I think it's like a really unique aspect to bring to this kind of whole thing too, where it's like something where I see Chi too, who's like, he comes from South Africa and he's still lumped into the scene, but he's got his own fucking thing going on so hard too,
Mm-hmm.
man. And I don't know, maybe he's got his own inspirations that he looks up to too. But do you have inspirations that you look up to for these kind of things? I mean, I know you mentioned EPROM a couple times, but are there people who are
Yeah,
doing these
EPROM
kind of
has been
things?
the most recent one, I would say, in the most recent month. But as far as like inspirations have always been for me, have been people like Android Jones in
Ooh,
the terms of just being not specifically the art style, but just being that just very versatile artist because you look at it, he's a painter, but he's also an animator, but he's also a game developer, and he also VJs for some of the best music names in the industry.
for real.
And you look at stuff like that, and that is very inspirational for me because he is, to me, creating what he wants and what he wants. And other people are relating to it and other artists are relating to it and they want to work with him. And right now he's working on a software called Microsoft VR with other artists and developers, and it's still in closed beta right now. But it's basically this: if you ever have like an Oculus Rift or a 3D, I forget what you call them. It escapes me. Like a virtual reality
Oh yeah,
headset.
yeah, the VR headsets,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and they are this VR headset software that creates these procedural 3D shapes and sprouts and all types of cool and texturized, trippy things that Android Jones is known for, and you can control them yourself using the sticks that it comes with the Oculus
Oh
Rift,
shit.
and you can yourself create these visuals that react live to music. And I don't know if you've seen Android Jones in recently, but that's basically what he's been using for his most recent sets and stuff like that, like Tipper and Friends and stuff like that. And it's a really, really amazing software for what it is. And I still want to get my hands on it once I get a VR headset. But I
It,
have a beta key, but I have no use for it because I need a VR headset.
yo, do you need a VR headset, or do you? Cause you could go on like VR chat or something, even just with your computer. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, as far as I know, the software is called Microdose, and believe it needs a VR to operate because, as far as I know, I don't believe there is a UI that you can look on desktop. So you have to like wear the thing and just get
Damn.
going.
Oh man, that's crazy though. That's definitely S tier mode, is just like literally coding your own
Hmm.
kind of shit, dude. Like that's got to be fucking awesome. And
And
like I feel like his visual style is a little bit different than yours though. Like is
oh yeah, that's a lot different. He is very focused on just being good at creating the concepts that he wants to create. And I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't really see him VJing all that long. I feel like out of the year he would VJ like 4 to 5 sets, and they would be very select, like curated
definitely.
events type of sets. And that's really where it's at. I feel like VJing for stuff like that is amazing. And for me, so I said Android Jones and very Glass Crane is also another one. I don't know if you're familiar with Glass Crane, but he's one of my favorite 3D artists that I've discovered recently. And also, like, what I get a lot of my inspirations for just creating very extravagant looking, like, models that are just so beautiful to look at for a while. And that's what he's, like, very good at. And I was fortunate enough to sit down with him for a lesson in the beginning of the year, and I learned a lot from the way he does things and how he works his lights and stuff like that. So definitely Glass Crane is another one for me
Oh shit.
in terms
Okay.
of, especially in 3D world, has been and how he creates and how he executes his concepts. I'm
Who
trying to think of another one.
who do you learn
Honestly,
from? Like how do you learn all this stuff? Like does any of these people do tutorials or anything? Anybody you look up to in
well,
that sense?
well, in terms of a lot of the 3D like creators do tutorials online, and there's also like people do Skillshare, which is a website where you can pay to watch actual like classes. Um, but as far as Glass Crane, I sat down for a just a lesson with him, and we learned like one-on-one type of thing,
Oh
and
shit.
so that did definitely help me in the long run.
Wow. Damn. So is there like is this just for visual artists or is this like a whole like masterclass type of thing?
I don't know what I believe he does on his website offer all types of different services, but it was more of I like hit him up. I was like, hey man, I'm new to Cinema 4D. Feel like I'm just like not really sure where to get going in terms of learning Octane. Do you offer any types of services in terms of like that? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And we sat down, and it was a really enjoyable lesson. And I still apply a lot of the stuff that he taught me to this day
Oh
in
damn.
my works.
So like did you just start learning off YouTube or Google or did you just like fucking just throw shit at the wall for a
That it
couple
was
of
it was
years?
it was are we talking like 3D or just in general?
In the beginning, like, where
In
did
the
you
beginning, oh, it was
yeah.
definitely just YouTube. And for After Effects, I started off with just learning After Effects. It was just basically just looking up like the weirdest like effects that you can find on After Effects and just applying them, and then pushing the parameter all the fucking way up, and doing different types of like layering and stuff like that. And you can create something cool out of it. And that is really enjoyable to do. But I just got reached to the point where I just like whatever I create is basically random cool things to look at. And that's not necessarily a bad thing at all, because I mean the VJing is necessarily has to be like a perfect artwork execution that I'm showing you a perfect video. You can have fun with it, and that's how it should be. But I just reached a point where I just wanted to execute concept, like I said, that I am thinking of, and seeing if I can basically put them in a video format that I can watch, rather than create something random and then be like, oh, okay, this is cool, this works.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm sure you see a lot of now, and even like when people want to skimp on a VJ or something, they'll throw on like a playlist of a couple of I know a couple of steadies that throw out their content for free. VJs like Swissington, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's just consistently puts out very good quality content for free, and I've seen his loops up just play everywhere, and it's like then I look behind the booth and there's no one there. It's just like a loop or something,
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. It doesn't take much if you just get a bit of background for like VJing, not just VJing, like learning how to VJ at a venue. You'll start to recognize a lot of the loops that you see like
For real.
everywhere, especially in nightclubs and bars and stuff like that, because it is, and I mean, I hate to admit it, it is way cheaper for somebody who is trying to, throw a show to buy a bunch of loops and have them play out than pay a VJ and have them drive or fly out to you to come do this for a night. But I've been fortunate enough to have very awesome people that want to actually want to make that happen, and which is really great because I mean, some artists out here not getting paid for their an actual musician, a main act, not getting paid for their show. But it's great to see that some people care enough to want me to bring me out to a whole other state and for me to showcase my art, not what they want, but they just want to give me a stage and be like, hey man, do your thing and we'll pay you for it, which is amazing to me. That's great.
Yeah, they fucking they trust you. They trust your vision. I think that's an important thing too. You're not just somebody who they just expect, or they could just boss around, or they could kind of just tell what to do. It's all right, nah, he could give him some leisure. That man can do what he wants. It's
those are awesome people, and I want to support those people as much as I can, because in my opinion, those are the ones that keep the scene going, the ones that give platform to new ideas.
Yo, definitely, man. Is there artists, not that you look up to, but peers that maybe you do look up to in a sense, your peers that it's maybe a little competitive with, that oh, I did this, what did you do today or something, look what I did. You got people that you bounce ideas back off of and stuff?
Honestly, man, I don't really, off the top of my head, I can't really think of one. I try not to be as competitive as possible, because I feel and if I'm being realistic, I only have limited amount of space in my brain, being I have a full-time job that I have to deal with, plus all the project that I deal with other people. And then what's left, that little smudge is left, is left for my creativity to basically execute that. But I definitely, like I said, I go back to the word inspiring, but it really comes back to what you said, is me just looking at me I want to I want to be as good as that, and really just going with that mostly. And that's, I feel I look, just scrolling on my Instagram, I follow a lot of artists, or I go on ArtGrab and look at all these artists that post their little streams that they post every single day. And I'm just you do that every single fucking day? It took me that model took me since the beginning of, I would say, July to start modeling it out and do the whole ideas and adding to it and then deleting something. At one point, that whole model was a very gradient green, jade look. The whole entire thing was jade. So, and I was just you know what? I'm going to just redo the whole thing in a really glossy white. And I'm just I like that. And then let me add a bit of tint of green. And I'm just okay, that pops it off. And now I would, just earlier today, I was just what if I just turned that green red? And I'm just and then turn the eyes red. And I'm just now I have a whole new look to it, and I can do the other variation to it.
That's true.
And that's how I'm telling you how my ideas work so much.
Well, you think that's how the people do the one-a-days, Beeple or something? It's might be a model from a different area or color that might have worked somewhere else, and he's just now deciding. It's not necessarily from the ground up every day.
Repurposing is very, very healthy, especially in the 3D world. It's not particular to create everything from scratch. It doesn't do anything. You don't get clapped for creating everything from scratch. It's just, if you can get it done and it looks great, then that's it. But people like Beeple are just, I don't know, insane. There is no way you can create shit like that. And I just, for me at least, I'm just you don't, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always look at them and I'm just
poop. What is he doing?
24 fucking, sometimes he just goes live and does it for the thing that he's going to do for the day. And I'm just and sometimes it shows there's 7 hours of work. And I'm just so you spent 7 hours for that one fucking work for just that one day? I've always assumed that he just was making stuff constantly, and then just posting them as he goes. But I think he just makes, honestly, once a day, type of thing, because some of his stuff is very politically up to point.
Yeah.
Some of them he makes something would happen, and then the next day he would make a political animation about it. Bro. And you're just damn, you're just already on point.
Bro, it's crazy, man. That level of what is that? Prolificness?
I don't even know what that word means.
I don't know. Just
I have to pull out the dictionary for that one.
Yeah, just being that fucking, just on point with the, making stuff not only just visually. He does the videos, he does, still frames and videos. He does like, I think he made a game or some shit one time. Like, he's just a weirdo.
I don't know, but you see his loops everywhere in nightclubs, and every new VJ starting off starts with people.
That's true.
People visuals, bro.
That's true, man. So is he like an inspo too in a way, or is it just is that
People is just inspiration in the ways of just like looking at it and be like, this is another human, and this is what another human can accomplish. But in terms of like style, I feel like he's just all over the place that you can't really like see something and be like, this is people, unless it's so out there in the terms of weird that you just be like, this is people.
Yeah.
But like some stuff he creates really like cool looking scenes, and you're just like, this is amazing, but like it's just a scene.
Yeah, and then like now that you said the political shit, most of his political stuff you could tell that's people, it'd be like weird Donald Trump head or something. I'm like,
yeah. Donald Trump is like fucking glizzy titties or something.
WAP, bro. It's like literally a day after, it's just pouring out. There's a fucking video.
Oh yeah,
of Donald
and
Trump.
and I'm just like, how do you do that? Like the whole idea of just like, how do you make a nipple squirt? As much as like, that's the whole, you're just like, I'm just like creating a model and it has tits, but how do you make those tits have teeth and they open up and then a Hillary comes out of, and I'm just like, how the fuck do you even do that in 24 hours?
It's insane, man. He must be tripping or something. Like, do you have a favorite piece of artwork that you've, I guess it's this last one, huh? It's this,
a favorite piece of artwork that I've created?
Like a commission, maybe? Yeah. Do you have anything that stands out to you that maybe speaks out to you the most?
Honestly, I'll just bring down this one. It's one that I made about 2 months ago, but it's my favorite abstract art that I've made in a while. It's this one over here. I don't know if the quality will do it justice, but you can find it on my Twitter.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah. It's a very abstract piece that I made, and it's also an animation that does really weird things when you look at it. And this is just a still frame from the animation itself.
Was that the other collab that you did with I forgot you mentioned him before, but it was,
his name is Nick. I believe he's in chat actually.
Okay. Yo, shout out Nick, man, because that picture was fire. I feel like that was one of my first that I realized like you got like the hyper realism like insanely.
Oh
down,
yeah, I created the model and the color look to it. He's the one that did the whole environment look to it and made it pop the fuck off. He did an amazing job with that. I love his style when it comes to creating like realistic screenshots of environments in the wild, and I had that whole really clam weird looking thingy, and it had a ball around it, but it didn't really have any concept behind it. But I was just like, hey, what if this is the one. We're just like, hey, what if we put this in a really deserty area, and it could act like the whole silver ball could be I called it the observer, because basically the ball could be just collecting all like the information that is around it in a 3D way, just like a weird technology type of thing, and then it would go inside of the purple thing to collect data. It's like an alien thing that landed and did weird shit and is about to dip.
I love the mix of like style right there too. Is that is it weird like collaborating with artists? Is it visually? Is that something new? You do that often? You try to stay away from that?
I don't do it often. I want to. I just have. I would say I would be not the word worried. I just don't know exactly how to. Sometimes I feel like an artist might be better, like in the knowledge that he needs to create whatever he needs to create. So I feel like I don't really serve a purpose to work with somebody unless they ask me. And I always say yes. Anybody that asks me to collab, I'm always like, let's do it, because I'm just like, hey, if I'm learning something out of this, and if you're learning something out of this, then we gain something out of it. But like, I always have trouble reaching out to somebody and be like, hey, let's collaborate on something, unless I have a specific idea that I want to execute with. But with the idea with Nick is one of the few ones that was purely out of like, hey, I made this model and I really like your environments that you're creating. How about you plug it in there and let's make a screenshot? And then the screenshot turned into 3 animations that ended up on a U5 music video for Wakaan.
Dude, it's like, it's just amazing. I don't know, man. I just like something about like the realness of that background with the even the realness of the animation too. Like I know nobody's ever seen something like that in their life, in real life at least, unless they
Yeah,
taken a few
exactly.
tabs. But you make it look like something familiar. I think that's
Yeah,
like what's important about that visual art too. Is like it's not just like crazy. Oh, here's the craziest thing I can make. It's like there's a sense of like familiarism in there. It's like you've
yep,
seen it before a little bit. It's
like a
kind of
crop
dope.
circle.
A crop circle.
Yeah,
Yo, true actually.
yeah,
That.
that's what that was really the idea that I was going for. Is just like
Oh shit.
those are the things that would I wouldn't say like they would make crop circles, but it's one of those things that would come down, collect a few information, and then dip without you knowing ever existed.
So is that the? Do you have like names for pieces and stuff like that,
I
or?
just called this one the Observer because it was just like observing, and this one just had. I made a piece called Ava, and Ava has one middle eye, and she's just focused looking on a specific object with that one eye. But I created this one other model named Vision, and that one has many eyes. And instead of it focused on many, it being one entity, like I said, it's many entities that is in just one body. But it comes down to also it's very open ended for you to look at and get what you want to get out of it too.
Do you
But when people ask me what I meant out of it, that's what I told them.
is that with most of your artwork? Does it like come down to having a story or like a lore or something like that, or?
Ever since I started learning 3D, I felt like I have more of a idea behind what I'm doing rather than just be like something that is ooey gooey, trippy looking.
Yeah. No, that's crazy, man. Too. So like, does she have a backstory? Does Ava, is that what we call her?
Well, yeah, the other one is Ava. This one's called Vision.
Oh, okay.
This one is really just like beyond basic concepts. They really don't have like I said, the background. They're just these two deities from a background that doesn't really exist yet. And one is focused more on learning about specific things, and the other one is basically learning about everything at all times
Oh,
because it's many entities at once. So
oh shit, man. I like it. I like the lore, bro. What about your name? Does that have a specific meaning, or some lore behind that, or what's Data
uh,
Byte mean?
honestly, I don't have a background for the name Data Byte. I sat down and I was high one night with one of my friends, and we were trying to. They were like, "Hey, man, you need to take more your the quote unquote brand much seriously because before it was just my Twitter handle. That didn't really have like something that I could go off of, and we just thought of many different names, and a lot of people miss when I have a funny story to tell in a second, but uh, Data Byte really was just a bunch of names that we came down with. For it started with the word data, and we went from there. But I've been really loving a name called Alchemist with a K, and I feel like if I had to go back and restart, I would do it. But I feel like it's not really practical to do something like that, and it's not really that serious. I feel like at this point, people recognize at least the name Data Byte, and I like it. I just wish I had more of a meaning behind it because I feel like the name Alchemist has more of a meaning behind it because I'm just thinking of it always a digital alchemist and a digital alchemy table being my alchemy table that I can mix and match whatever I need to because I'm never using one software. I'm using 5, 6 different software to create just one artwork at the end or one video at the end. So it's kind of like alchemy.
Yeah. Oh shit, man. Well, fuck it. I feel like Data Byte somehow does it like well. When I was writing that question down, like, does the name have a meaning? I'm like, it kind of just seems like it's just visual anyway. It just seems like it's like something in that sphere, like just like electronic,
Yeah.
visual or music or
The only
something.
thing that I can think of is me being like, if I ever sat down and thought about it more, it'd be like type of I would say a USB drive or some type of port that you can plug into a computer, and that it would be the data byte. And once you plug it in, then it will flash on, and then data byte will start installing into your computer, and then showing you off what it needs to show you off.
Yo, I think maybe you got an intro for a set or something.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
That's like a G
Just gotta
Jones
find the
intro
artist
right
that's,
there.
dude.
Let's go. We gotta tag G Jones after this, bro. Nah, I like the name
Man.
though.
Nah, bro. That man gets tagged at everything.
Yeah, what does he have somebody do his things? I think he does a couple of them too, but I didn't even know EPROM does his.
I definitely believe since I look sometimes when he tweets about his visual work, I believe he works with close friends that are prominent in the 3D design. They're not really like designers that are known around or stuff, but they're very like good at what they do. They might have went to school for it, and he works with them closely to create what he wants. And there were videos of him like he would like rent out an area or a closed area, and they would set up the tour stage to execute the visuals and light. And because he does everything sound reactive, the light, the visuals, the video, all has to be synced together. Like even the way he would have like a black and white, like a swirly loop that would like spin like that, and the lights would also spin in the way the swirly loop is going. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And then his what I love it is because when I went to his tour, his ticket was only like $20. So I'm just like, $20 for a show like that is just insane.
Yeah, his attention to detail is like so admirable. It's like the Android Jones where he's like on his own level, he's coding his own thing. I think G Jones is definitely one of those people. He's just
Oh yeah, yeah.
he's so fine tuned and like just keeps his head down and works super hard and is like super humble about the whole thing too. Because I think that's I don't know.
That's very important.
Yeah, dude, the visual. I don't know if it's like the same thing in the visual world or whatnot, but there's egos get to people's heads, and he's definitely somebody who's maybe even you could turn a blind eye to and be like, all right, he's G Jones though, he's that good.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not, and that makes it so much better.
No, you said it yourself. And consistency is something that people need to keep if they want to consistency in the way they do things and the way their art they want it to be. I feel like G Jones. I've been listening and following him for I don't know 5-6 years now, and he has been consistent in what he does. He's just been doing like what you call it his thing, and he's just been doing his thing, and it works out. And each day and day, each year and year, you see it more being his vision than anybody else's, and which is a great thing. Like that is an ability that is amazing to have, and not a lot of people be able to do that.
Yeah, the fact that that's like the thing that's like rising to the top too, it's inspiring because you're like, all right, not everybody who's like going that hard and is that crazy about the things, like most of the time they get overlooked, the ones
and
that
just not doing it, and like you said, it just being the best is really hard to like do these days. The best at something. Or just like traditionally rising up. He didn't really traditionally rise. Like I feel like he just did his thing, and being successful because of your thing, then being successful because you create hype are two different ball games. And I feel like G Jones is more of like he's popular because he's G Jones, not because he brings hype.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, and you could almost say the same thing with EPROM, but in a sense, I think EPROM isn't touching as many people as G Jones. He might have touched G Jones to the point where he made G Jones, to take that next step. But I feel like G Jones is like spreading it to a different audience. It's maybe less.
No, G Jones is very much way more consumable. Than EPROM's music. I feel like to the general public, but in terms of just EPROM is just to me is just unstoppable. Like I really I try to not idolize, or I don't feel like idolize is the right word, but like I just like to give credit where credit is due. EPROM is just like he's that guy. He's just like, why pay or ask somebody when I can make it myself?
For real.
And that takes a lot of effort to just do all of that yourself and be amazing at it. That's the thing. You can just do it and be half-ass at it, and like create your show visuals, and they're just like mirrored pictures or videos of you flying your GoPro. Sorry, not your GoPro. You're flying fucking drone to take some shots of the mountain or something, and then just mirroring that and calling them visuals or tour visuals. But no, if you ever get some free times, I definitely think you should check out this video called Drone Warfare by EPROM, and it's a music video that is all 3D produced from scratch by him. And I mean, now that I tell you that, when you watch it, you just look like you're watching a music video that is realistically made. And you're just looking like, and when you go to the credit screen, it's just his name for everything, like design, execution, production. I'm just like, who has the effort to do that?
Bro, I love that shit though. Like that self-sufficient shit. It's inspiring because you're like, all right, we don't have to be pigeonholed anymore to like just being good at one thing, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just the knowledge is just there. Like if we're the ones at fault if we're not tapping into it, but like I mean, that also goes to the point of like we're talking about palatableness and being easy to take in. You think that's has an effect on your artwork as well? Like visually, you've had to like maybe cater to a certain kind of group is going to be here, or like the tipper group or whatever it may be. I don't want to put any names to any person, but
Oh, I definitely, if especially in like the live DJ world, I try to curate to. I don't just like bring my own like. I don't really have as of right now like I just have my creations, but I don't have like a certain set of or an idea that I want to bring to the table. I enjoy. I definitely enjoy like going off of the music in the live setting. Like if I'm VJing for Brightside, I'm not just gonna have like my whatever that I think is cool. I'm just gonna go off of what I feel like would fit his set because at the end of the day, I want to make the artist look the best as much as possible. But like if I'm creating for myself, then yeah, 100% I'm gonna create what I want to create, and that's why I try to be in the middle ground and create something that I can be like, yeah, this is mine and this is my artwork. But if I throw it on screen, it can fit for a lot of different artists.
Yo, do you think like are you gonna try to grow outside of the bass scene? Because I think that's what you're doing. You're not. It's like you're a streamer that's a variety streamer. People are just there for you. They're not there for like the specific content that you're putting out. Like or like if they're just playing fucking Fortnite, people aren't just there because they want to see you play Fortnite. They're like there for
Fortnite,
you.
yeah.
Like it's
Uh,
it's you're building something different than just being this. The VJ. So you think you're gonna grow to other music, other avenues like film or games or something like that?
I definitely feel like if I was like in a perfect world and where everything is back to normal and I can go and finish school, I definitely would want to be in. I would want to be part of a team rather than run things myself and be like part of a studio that would create I don't know concept art for video games, movies. There was a point in my life where I just enjoyed creating a lot of because I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I enjoyed creating a lot of like Star Wars assets. So I feel like in a perfect world, I could work in a studio that helps like execute an idea for a specific scene for a Star Wars movie or
Oh
something like that.
shit.
Not like I want to work for like fucking Lucasfilms, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying like that's basically the whole idea behind it. I love working in like you said the music scene and the bass scene. Um, but also just for the time being right now, I want to also explore other options. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just like while it's being at a halt and not really I think anything's going on, why not explore other grounds and learn other things? So at least I can just be more available for future like ideas if there is something that presents itself, something like that.
Definitely.
Um,
Yeah, it's like like I was saying too, your art is not like specific to one vibe or one feel. Like I think it can transcend into like different even people who don't understand the bass music scene or the psychedelic scene or whatever it is. It's just like it's something nice to look at, and then if you want to
mhm.
get technical with it too, that's where you could really like geek out. You're like, "Oh shit, man. It's palatable and you could fucking geek out over it." I think that's, what G Jones does as well too. It's like he's really
I'm
techy
really
and
happy to hear that because I'm that's what I'm really going for, honestly. And you put it in the basic, like perfect words that I'm going for.
yeah.
It's cool to look at, but if you want me to nerd out about it, I can too.
Yeah. No, and I think that's what's important too, cuz we forget that sometimes as, like as we get deeper and deeper into like learning these things, and you make these rules up in your head, and it's like really they're not
You
even
limit
rules.
yourself. You
Yeah,
limit yourself a lot.
dude.
The
It's
deeper you get into it, you limit yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just become a victim of your own rules and stuff, and like
Mm-hmm.
there's no point to that. But yeah, it's crazy that I feel like you would kill it on like some you mentioned Destiny cutscene or some shit, like you'd fucking or a storyboard or something, like
Yeah.
it'd be awesome.
I definitely get inspired by video games a lot too, and just working for video games would be just very amazing. Not just like character design, but just helping bring ideas to life. I enjoy collaborating in terms of bringing a whole project to life. I guess VJing is really like especially if you're doing a VJ set for a specific artist that is bringing a curated event, then you are a part of a team. You're not like, as much as like people like to say, oh, Data Byte is the VJ. I try to always to give the musical artist the what he wants to see on his stage, or what he would think he wants to see on his stage, as much as I can, because I would like to be a part of a team. I'm not gonna just, throw on whatever I think looks cool, unless they just be like, "Hey, man, do your thing. Whatever you put on, I like. Then I'll do that." But
So what
I
would be
definitely
a perfect
approach.
team in a perfect world? Like, what would a team do? What would you delegate them to do and stuff? Would it be that, or would it just be everyone has their own role for like music,
It
visual,
depends.
promotion?
It depends on the event type. If we're talking live event setting, I definitely feel like if you're doing like a Red Rocks show, then I definitely feel like there has to be some type of planning, because that's, I mean, if the stage is your canvas, why not make something out of it? But like, if you're like at a festival and they're like, "Hey, man, I'm playing here. Are you here too?" And you're just like, "Yeah, I'll do a set for you." Then you just kind of hop on, connect your laptop, your MIDI controller, and then go to town with it. Then they don't really. It's much better, because sometimes, like, I mean, it. Playing a festival, sometimes you don't even have a choice of what kind of VJ you have. You just have Brightside going behind you in circles or something. So having somebody that could do that for you be also great.
No, true. So yeah, man, that's it's pretty fire, you know. Like I think you're well on your way with like, you know, at least a little community that's rallying around like the project, you know. It's and this is just the beginning of
Which is
where I
amazing
think,
to see.
yeah, no, it's crazy, dude, because I think it's a very unappreciated artwork in terms of like the live shows. Like everyone needs those fucking visuals for it to elevate that level, but nobody, like VJs aren't a common, they're not like being billed. I mean, now they're starting to be. They were just starting to be, and now with Twitch,
Especially
and there's
this year,
like,
yeah.
yeah, with like the focus on, you need visuals. You know, you can't just
Mm-hmm.
stare at somebody spinning on a fucking on a green screen for like 3 hours. You know, it's like you need
Yeah,
something going on.
yeah.
So I mean,
And you
luckily
can't
maybe you
have
boosted
repeaters
out.
because people start noticing, because they're actually watching now. Like, you can't just have the same loops going back and forth for every artist. You have to actually invest in picking talent.
For real, they can't just go to the green room every 10 minutes. You know, it's like, or the
Yeah, and
bathroom and miss it.
it showcased how many VJs are out there that don't
You're right.
get any type of like. I see a lot of my peers' names a lot more online, which is amazing to see, because before it was not like that. It was just like whoever was posting the most, whoever was doing the most would get the most recognition, which is like, I mean, that's just how the game is, like, which sucks, because if you want to like do what you want to do, you have to be consistent in what you're doing. But some people want to focus more on learning and executing their ideas, because I feel like that too. I feel like sometimes I don't want to just post that statue that I made. I want to work on it more, but like it'd be like, oh shit, it's been 2 weeks since I posted an artwork. I need to post something. Or in my in the audience eyes, I don't create anymore. I'm just not an artist anymore. But I guess that's just the brain game that comes down to it. But like I said, just watching all of my colleagues and other friends that have been doing this even way longer than I have start getting their names out there more is just really great to see, and I hope stays like that. And I see a lot of more, um, I don't know, I don't have to call them labels or collectives, actually take up and try to give those people a platform, because they deserve it. And I feel like when shows come back, people are gonna start appreciating visual artists a lot more, and a lot of people can actually get to travel and do all of these events and stuff like that. Because I know many VJs, and a lot of them don't make any type of money doing the VJing part of for an event. They might be at a festival, and they talk to an artist, and the artist is like, "Hop on, come on, you can do it," or something like that. So there is really not any money making into it when it comes down to it, unless you're with a team or on tour, or just lucky enough to do that. But a lot of those people just have the passion behind it, and they still would do it. They'll haul their laptop and MIDI to a festival,
Dude.
and just wait till artists call them and be like, "Yes, sir, I'll do it." I mean, I feel like those people deserve to have a fucking platform for them, because they are trying to just showcase art as much as that artist that is on stage doing it. And I hope when shows come back to normal, these people that are doing that can get a better platform for them and appreciation.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping too. I think like maybe the whole scene in general too, like you said, like visual artist. It's like I don't want to shit post or fucking post the girl I was working on. That's a work in
Yeah,
progress. You want to wait till it's done, but you also have to too, to keep up with the whole hustle of the things too. And it's the same way with the music. It's like, do I want to fucking post this status again or fucking self promo? And it's so corny sometimes, and you have to force yourself to do it. But then at the end of the day, like it is what gets people to to come to the Twitch and listen or fucking or even just give you a retweet, which who knows where that could lead. Might lead to a
exactly.
new commission or some shit.
Exactly, yeah. That's how it starts off. It's just the retweets, just it's a snowball.
Yeah, man. You got anything coming up? Like anything big coming up that you're excited for? Or any collaborations that you could talk about? Like that's exciting.
As of right now, I don't really have anything that I can talk about specifically. I am working for album art for a really dear artist of mine that is releasing soon. But once more information comes about that, we can share it.
Okay.
But as of right now, the biggest thing I have on Friday, I am actually releasing 50 prints of the that girl we were talking about
Oh shit.
right here, and it'll be 11 by 17 glossy paper. Um, it'll be on my website, databytevisuals.com, and it'll be available at noon on Friday.
At noon
Um, I've only started doing prints more seriously recently because I found a really decent print shop close to me that produces them in a really nice quality. And I did a release last time and it sold in less than 24 hours. So I was just like,
Oh shit.
hey, there is people that want to, especially these days, they have a lot of empty frames. Let's fill those frames.
Yeah, for real. They got no like traveling pictures. They didn't go any festivals this week. No family
No,
photos. So it's fucking. They got a lot of empty frames now, bro. But
they
yeah.
have
How much?
a lot of empty frames.
How much are you selling them for? There's a couple people interested right here.
Oh, it's gonna be for 35, but shipping is gonna be included with it. I
Okay.
have my own tubes, and I ship them out from here
Let's
myself.
go. Let's go, bro. Well, we know this the struggle of trying to shut down USPS and shit. Nah,
Oh yeah. Dude, I go in there. It's like one lady working the entire facility.
it's fucked
Literally
up.
one lady.
It's fucked up. You got a lot of prints to ship, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
Oh
lady.
yeah. She was not happy about the last time I went in there with 70 prints in my hands, and she was just like, "What the fuck?"
Shit, bro. Well, what you said you're in Missouri?
Yes.
What
Yeah,
what
I am
town in
in
Missouri is
Missouri.
that?
I am in Joplin, Missouri. It's a really small town on the west side, I believe, closer to Kansas.
Damn. Okay.
Right on the Kansas border, and it's all right. It's nothing special.
You
It's
guys got a little
just
scene over there? Or like, what have you been?
no.
Just you.
Unfortunately, in Joplin, we have a scene in Kansas City, which is about 3 hours away from us, and in Oklahoma City, which is also about 2 hours on the other side. But in Joplin, there is really not much. Really, it's a college, quote unquote, town, but it's really small and there's not really much in terms of venues or anything. So we usually have to drive out to different parts to play.
What is it like? Oklahoma City or what is it? Kansas City that has like three of them or
Yeah,
something?
Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Tulsa. Tulsa gets a lot of underground stops in them. Like I feel like every underground tour I see for an artist has a Tulsa stop. So
That's
Tulsa's
right
also
around that
another
right
one.
around that area, right? All
Yeah,
within
yeah,
pretty close. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
yeah.
last time I was in Oklahoma or fucking Kansas City, it was either one of them. There was like my dad was like, "Yo, make sure you go to the right one because there's like one right across the state line or something. There's Kansas City, which is in Oklahoma or
Yeah,
something."
yeah. That is Kansas City. Yeah, Kansas City is where it has like a split and it has like a one on one state and one on another. I still don't understand it. I'll be honest with you. I am only here. I'm not here permanently. I'm only here so I moved here because my girlfriend was in college and I moved in with her, and now we're just pretty much just saving up to move to Colorado sometime soon. So I'm just mentally not even learning the street names. If I'm completely
Yeah,
honest
fuck
with you.
it. You're
So,
over it.
nah. I don't really like the Midwest as much as I thought I would. I definitely think the scenery here is absolutely beautiful. It's just like it's a lot of it. It's not practical to live. Like I feel like if I put it in perspective for you, if I want to go to an Apple store, it's 2 hours away. If I want to go to I don't know, a doctor's appointment for a specific doctor would have to drive 45 minutes to an hour out of town to go to another town to go to that. So it's a very Midwestern type of living situation. And that
Yeah.
is the only gripe that I have about it.
Oh man, and were you gonna go to college out there? Was that where you were in the middle of
Uh,
it?
no, I went to school when I graduated high school. I went to community college for 2 years and stopped after that. But my plans of going to college are just still up in the air as of right now. I don't really want. I don't know. It's still, like I said, I'm just focused right now on saving and moving to Colorado. I feel like if I'm in Colorado, once I am um, in a better financial situation and a better way of understanding what I'm doing exactly, then I'll. But I feel like school is definitely something I want to go to because in my line of work, as great as I can be, if I want to work for somebody that is, I would have to show some kind of a paperwork that says, hey, like I went to school for this type of thing. Um,
And it would be like
or
graphic design or something along those lines?
it would definitely be something along those lines. Like I said, working for a studio or a concept studio, or I don't know, being a designer myself, maybe fortunate enough to create my own studio. But as of right now, I want to definitely be more of a um, service provider. But like in the future, I want to be a service provider that also is able to create what he wants for himself.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. I fuck with that though. I didn't even know like what you can do in terms of so it would be like business administration or something, business management kind of more so in terms of like what you go to school for, or would it be to brush up on these kind of skills?
It'll definitely be, I would like say business and also I would say marketing.
Oh, okay.
But I would have to do more research about if I want to be on a team of creatives, what kind of degree or certification I would need to get. I want to be the type of person. I can't really put my like finger on what I'm, but I want to be the type of person that sits in a circle on a table and we just sketch out a bunch of ideas, come down to an understanding, like for a character, and then we'd create the character, and then one person would sculpt it out in a 3D environment, then they would send it over to the person to color it. That person would color it, and then that person would put it in a 3D environment, and then we would have our concept, that type of thing.
That's fire. That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked too, because I feel like, I say I need a team too, but I don't have like a. Sometimes I don't have specific things in need. Oh, I need an editor or something. But it's like, what would the editor do? Okay, now I'm slowly starting to realize after a couple months of doing it myself, like what consistency is needed, and what formats are needed, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's good just to like know actually that maybe you can't do it all yourself too, or
Yeah, it's
we're human, bro. At the end of the day, maybe it's not even
uh,
healthy to do it all yourself. One person
of course.
shouldn't be
I,
doing
I always I always think about, we keep going back to the vision model, but like I always think about the idea of what if I sent that exact model to a really good artist that knows how to color in a realistic way, and then he would color every part of it and add light and add all. It would create a whole new different look to the character. We not look anything like this. It would look even absolutely amazing. And you could send it to somebody else that might be able to actually animate the hands and the fingers, because I still don't know how to do that as of right now. But like you'd get somebody that knows how to do that. Yeah. So I feel like in the design world, a team is much, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I feel like a team can execute an idea better than just one person, but it's a case by case type of thing.
It's crazy. It's like you're like bands at the end of the day. You're like a band
Mm-hmm,
of visual artists that are just one
mm-hmm.
person. Like you said, it's like the drums are the hands, or some shit like that. And it's fucking tough, man. Because like there's things that I definitely lack into that. As a I'm self-deprecating in all ways, but then when it gets to like art and stuff like that, you kind of take it personally. So like giving it to some people, you're like, oh man, should I do this? But it always ends up good, man. They, especially if you trust these people, it's been a long way. It's not just these randoms that are coming with you because you got hype or something. It's people you thoroughly trust. Like I think that's definitely important in the
You
long run.
have to keep the people you trust close. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Has there been an influx of people like, oh, you did Wakaan shit? Oh, can I get you on this homie
Oh
price or
yeah,
some shit?
of course. Yeah, it always has its own. Or people just ask how it was done, and I wish I was like have a better way of like letting people know of how it's done or how I got it. Like how did you end up doing this or I ended up doing that? Because for me, I never really looked at it in a way. I just looked at like, holy shit, they did this thing. but I guess some people would like to know like how I worked with Wakaan or how I got to do like Liquid Strangers album or stuff like that, which is I always go back to it. It was really just them reaching out and being wanting work for them to be done. I never really like I never curated my art toward a specific thing. I always approached it in the way that I am posting something for you to view on your social media on your day to spend 2 minutes of your time to release dopamine and go about your day. That was my whole idea behind it, and it just kind of went from there. But yeah, it definitely had a lot of people like ask how I do certain thing, or hey, how can I get on that? Can you get me on this? Can you get me on that? But I'm very limited in what I do. Is more of I just do what I'm told mostly because I'm not like I said, an signed artist with a team behind me that's getting stuff done for me. I don't hit up my manager and be like, hey, I want to get this done and that done. I'm who the manager hits up to get the stuff done for his artist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think one of the craziest things you said and like most important things you said is just like, oh, well, I do this because it's so that you can look at your phone and get like 2 minutes of dopamine, or wherever you're looking and get 2 minutes of dopamine. I think your intent is that, and that's what resonates with people too. You know, they want to just skip that step and get right to the end goal of like, oh, he's on Wakaan, or he did the visuals for Wakaan, and it's like, well, like there was all this work beforehand, and most importantly, the intent that I put into this of wanting to give that experience to people, you know, of wanting to like spread that kind of vibe, and not just for the fucking everything else that comes along with it, whether it's good or bad, you know, the hype and the bullshit and the connections or the networking, and you know.
Exactly. And I'm not going to embrace it. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I mean, I'm not saying like I don't appreciate the work like that I've gotten from like the connections that I've made, but I definitely feel like the connections that I made just happened to happen. Like I didn't really intentionally do any of this stuff to get to where I am.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like all of it for me has been a place of just doing what I'm doing, and it's just happens. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just all happened. I never really like I don't reach out to collectives or labels to like send in my work and stuff like that because I feel like I'm just already overwhelmed, and I also suffer sometimes from imposter syndrome because I don't want to be like I feel like they'll hate my work, so I never say anything, even though I've done like work for a label that might be like bigger than them and stuff like that. I still suffer from these like on a daily basis because I'm constantly looking at somebody and then just be like, holy shit, they're so fucking good, or holy shit, they're getting so much better. I need to go ahead and sit down and spend 2 hour session to learn something. So, hey, I got to keep that going.
Yeah, no, I think that's like, you know, that leads into that whole intent thing. I mean, your whole thing is not like I'm going to get to a certain point and then just coast and then just take it easy or whatever. It's like, yo, you're your biggest critic, and that's what keeps the fucking fire under your ass, and it keeps like the momentum going. To be honest, that keeps why everything is just like going to be, I don't know if the better thing is to be uphill or downhill, but whatever, you know, is eventually going to be easier for you because of the effort that you're putting in now. I feel like now it might be uphill, or, you know, the 2 years that nobody was paying attention, it might have been uphill. But, you know, when people start paying attention and it all becomes, it's downhill, it's like people don't even think that it's because of the intent and because of, you know, you being your biggest critic and constantly learning and stuff like that. It's just like, oh, well, where did this guy come from? I mean, this guy's not even done coming yet, you know?
Yeah,
it's coming a lot.
And
a lot of cum.
That's why you gotta. Oh my god, a lot of cum everywhere. They should just change the Fall Guys purple shit to cum. You just fall and cum, bro.
Oh my god! All right. Oh shit, bro! It's a kids game. It's a kids game.
Bro, it's mostly like adults that play this shit.
So,
but that's what's great about it. You can just give it to a 2-year-old or an 8-year-old, and they can have fun with it.
Yeah.
The 2-year-old just sees himself running, and they're just like having fun.
Yeah, I feel like that's why.
Now that I think about it, yeah, that might be the greatest idea.
Cum, dude. Yeah, you got to run away from the cum, bro. I mean, you did say you wanted to work on some games, so maybe you got an idea right there. You know?
Fall dude, Guys. I definitely have some stuff planned for Fall Guys that I'm gonna implement if I have VJ sets coming up. I started the project yesterday, but it's still very early stages. But I want to do something with because the animation where you're loading into the stage where you're falling could be could be
Oh,
executed in a lot of different ways that I could do with it. So
yo.
I'll see if I like it. I might show it off, but if not, I don't know. We'll
Very
see.
of the times. I think it would go over
Mm-hmm.
well. I think it would go over
Mm-hmm.
well. It's like the biggest game on Twitch right now too. So
Oh yeah,
you got
and I
your.
hope it stays like that. I hope it stays. We need a game that's kind of like, I don't know, new. It's not really like the concept is not like very like groundbreaking, but it is fresh. Just like
Yeah,
how Fortnite was. It was just like it was
exactly.
not a groundbreaking concept, but it was fresh
And fun.
and it was fun. Yeah, that was the thing. It was fun. It was you. It's really fun to watch. I don't particularly personally enjoy watching, excuse me, like gaming, live gaming for long periods of time, unless it's like something like Dark Souls, where I'm just like watching something cool and watching this guy get his ass kicked by the bosses, and it's really funny to watch that. But like, it's not watching Fall Guys videos and streams is really fucking fun, and it's just fun to watch, and it's a really enjoyable game to watch, and that's why these games succeed is because people love watching this shit,
Yeah.
and when you look at
Enjoyment.
Twitch and
That's the end. That's the name of the game too, right? It's a game, you know. Like I feel like we moved away from that with MLG, and even myself, I was trying to be a fucking MLG since like 13, and I feel like that
oh
maybe takes
yeah.
away from a little bit of the fun of where these things come from. I'd be worried about the glitches and fuck this guy,
Oh yeah, I mean, Destiny 2 gave me depression. It was just like, let's spend 5 hours grinding out a gun, and I'm just like, why? Like,
Dude.
I just want to run around and fall. And
I did like Destiny though. I liked the dynamics that you had to have with like raids and stuff like that. People do different things, and everyone has to execute tasks. I really did
I'm
like
just
that
getting
kind of
older.
thing.
Destiny's amazing. No, I'm just getting older and don't have the time. I feel like if I was like 17, 18, yeah, fucking right, I'll sit there and get that
Oh
done.
yeah. Oh, I still wanted to, but I definitely am like that too. I've been playing RuneScape, and I'm like, I gotta stop with this. It's an endless grind at the end of the day, and that's what it is. It's just a
It
grind, and
is.
you could apply that to your real life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that's why we love the scene so much too, because it's like a limitless potential, and it's all on you at the end of the day. It's all like, hey, listen, if you want this, you could get it. You could keep getting as good as you want. There's like
But
no
it's up
limit
to
to
you
that.
to keep going. Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna hold your hand.
You could do visuals if you want. You could do fucking whatever you want. I think it's
That's why, yeah,
free.
that's why, like I said, I don't really feel myself like ever like leaving the music scene, quote unquote, because I just feel like there's a certain level of freedom that I enjoy with doing what I'm doing, rather than because like I said, if I work for a studio, that'll come with limitation. I have to focus my energy, time, and creativity for that specific studio because it's my full time job or whatever. But as of right now, I'm enjoying being just doing whatever I want to create, and it is very amazing to see that people enjoy looking at it. It's a big factor, like to visually see, like as much as people like don't. I mean, I personally create because I'm creating and I'm constantly doing stuff, and I post stuff that might not get any attention or get attention, but it's getting posted regardless if it is at the end of the day. But especially artists, we enjoy seeing numbers, and that is just the truth. Like, I mean, I'm not saying we make it a priority, but like seeing your art do well is a thing that a lot of artists should like want and enjoy. And I am very happy to see like what I'm putting out is being received well. I feel like that is a big factor to what I'm doing and encourages me to keep going.
Yo, definitely. I think it's undeniable to like see some of those screenshots and the artwork and the loops and stuff, and be like, well, I don't think this guy's putting in the work. You have to be like, what the fuck's going on here? It's like
Mm-hmm.
when I mean, a couple producers have hit the Tipper sound on the head now, and that's impressive as fuck too. But when you first heard Tipper, it it blew everyone's mind, because it was like
Mm-hmm.
that level of production is like it wasn't
Oh
there,
yeah.
and I feel like it's like visually that could be played into too. I feel like a lot of people do kind of the same thing. They throw a kaleidoscope on something, and then it's like you said, they mirror a fucking nature thing, and that's the visuals. But there's like a different sense to what like EPROM and you guys are doing, and even Android Jones in his own right, with like just
Mm-hmm.
breaking boundaries. It's not just I'm gonna show up, plug in my shit, and go. It's I'm gonna fucking change the course of everything after me. Everyone's gonna look at this and be like, well, I don't want to put in that much work, but I kind of have to now.
Exactly. Yeah. At least just get somewhere where he's at. Don't be You don't have to go as much as he does, but like it is get you off your ass. I definitely had those cases where I would look at something and be like, yeah, I want to do that, and just sit down and try to figure it out because I mean, us being our like greatest critics are also our greatest motivators too, because we were just like, hey, like he's another human. If he can do it, I can do it too, and you just try to go for it.
Sushi Dragon's kind of like that with streaming. Sometimes I get really like, why do I need to fix this on stream? You know, blah blah blah. Why do I need to update a overlay or something? Then I'll watch this guy Sushi Dragon, and I'm like, this dude put 10 hours of work into things that we're not even paying attention. Like I gotta keep going. You know, if he could do it, I gotta fucking.
But other people might not notice, but only you notice. See, like because you're into it, like.
And then
like,
that won't let me complain, and I'm like, I just can't. Because now I'm like, I know I'm not putting in as much work as Sushi, so I can't complain, you know? Because then
exactly,
who am I to complain?
Exactly, exactly. And I feel like what I was saying, like if you were just a fan looking at Sushi and you'd be like, yo, cool stream. But you being a streamer yourself, being like, how does he do this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that?
It's disheartening and motivating, you know. So it's like it's a constant love hate with like people.
You gotta learn to have fun with it, or it's gonna make you miserable.
For real, man. I do love it though. So that's the thing. We got to have people like you know yourself on, and there's like a bunch of music submissions, and you know we usually do music submissions for Wednesday and Friday, but we've never had like a visual artist on. We've had a rapper, you know. So like, I mean, dude, maybe. What I was thinking is maybe we could listen to like a couple of these and you could just tell us what, you know, instead of like a critique, maybe you could just tell us what comes to mind. I don't know if that's how you work like that too, but
okay.
If you have a vision of that, I could fucking give a couple critiques on feedback if need be. But sometimes these fucking tracks are so goddamn good. I think they will paint a picture or don't need any feedback. So, I mean,
okay, we can definitely do that.
This is literally a concept I just thought of because I'm like, I'm seeing there's like a
because some of these artists I want to work with, I don't want to push them away from me.
Yeah, no, okay, no, see, that's perfect. That's perfect. There's like some squad in here, and you know, I figured maybe we could do that. You know, you have ears, you like music, so
I definitely love music, and that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, so I mean,
it started off with music at first, and now we do the visual part of it.
Hey, so you could have opinions, you know, but I mean, maybe if that's how you want to apply to your own thing, I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas. I really have no idea what we could do, but we do have a couple of submissions if that's what you wanted to, to try that shit out.
I would love to listen to some of them because I know people have been trying to send some. But would it be possible if I can refill my water real quick?
Dude, do you, man? Do you? We're gonna take a trip down to the studio.
Give me 1 second.
Listen, take your time, man. Take your time. iPhone standing up. There we go. Okay. We're going to go drive down to the studio while he refills this shit. Who submitted tunes for us today? There's a couple of good tunes in here from the Steadies. And I just want to say thank you. You guys always are holding it down. And yeah, I think this is, you know, something that we could start with people who aren't DJs and producers. You know, they got opinions too, so why not? I think they could give us some critiques. And this dude, he's clearly got an ear for this kind of thing. He's well known in the scene. He could probably critique too. Yeah, okay, all right. Let me see. Join the hot box real quick. Make sure the overlays are good. Bada bing, bada boom. Bam. Okay. Alright, guys. There we go. Join the smoke box real quick. I updated it and sent a new one, by the way, if you had one from last week. Okay. Word, I'll look into that. Mr. Thick Boy. Fuck yeah. Alright. Taking a hit in the hot box real quick. Mr. Data Byte's joining us again. Hot box the whip. You're driving
Hell
though.
yeah, bro.
You're driving though,
Hell
so
yeah.
all right. Don't get too
Oh
fucked
shit!
up.
I just fucking see what you're in, bro. What is that? I'm really driving this bitch.
You're driving it, bro. That's all you, man.
All right. So
All right, so we've arrived at the motherfucking studio. Oh wait, no, we haven't. Where is
I
it?
should have texted and drive.
Okay, studio it is. We got. Let me see. Elevator. You in chat? Because I think you just posted one today.
Go
Beats
ahead
by
and pull up
Blocka.
the Twitch chat.
Let's see what we got. A couple 2-tree people in here. We got Sky Sweet, Jack Lion. I saw Sensora. Okay, all right. We'll get to a couple of them. We'll see. Mr. fucking Data Byte has to say. And yo, can you show my latest sculpture as a submission? You know what? That is actually something I wanted to do. I was like wondering if you had like visual friends that would want to submit too. But
Oh, dude, we should have. If I knew that, I would have definitely tweeted or said something about it because I would have loved to see some of my friends and stuff's work.
dude, for real, I didn't know how that would translate with like critiquing or something. But
I feel like definitely they could have just posted it on Discord. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Phosphor, where did you post yours again? There was Phosphor Visuals, man. He's been mapping a lot of a lot of stuff and sharing it with us, and his stuff has been absolutely crazy. We got visuals for our submission. Oh, optic. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Let me. He's in general. Oh, general text. Okay. Oh my god. All right. The man Phosphor. Let me bring this up to. Holy shit. I can't really bring it up though. So what's his name? Let me see if you can see this.
That's my face.
Oh, yeah, that's your. How do I stop
My face
screen
again.
sharing? Okay, hold on. Screen share. Participants, screen share. Alright, I'm stopping the share real quick and then I'll just do it again. Screen share. Boom, screen 2. Share computer sound. Pin. Okay. So we got Phosphor right here with some 3D map, and this dude's always killing it. I think this is what he does during the streams. He just maps shit and acts like a total beast. So do you have any history with like this kind of thing? With
No, that's what I was about to say. I'm very honestly very basic when it comes to
3D
mapping
or 4D mapping.
3D mapping. Yeah, is this on a real environment?
Yeah. He built this environment too. I'm gonna try to get a better look of the actual surroundings of it too, because once you get like a look at the curvature and shit, like it's trippy as fuck. Yeah, look at it. It's like
wow, yeah.
Yeah, dude. This is. He's been building a couple different ones of these that are fucking insane.
That's a whole art piece, man.
Dude.
Yeah, my buddy Actualize, he's another VJ and a content creator too, has been mapping his entire exterior of his entire house, like the windows and the roof and the door, and he turns his entire houses into a moving object.
Is he from
very similar to that?
Is he from around Massachusetts?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I think did he just post something with Smeaganaut?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe Smeaganaut was out for one of his shows for one of these things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I think he was. Yeah, Phosphor saying he mapped my house too, bro. Yeah, I think Phosphor knows Actualize pretty good, and I'm pretty sure I played a show with him one time actually. I think one of the last shows in Boston, he might have VJ'd for us.
Yeah, he did. He does VJ a lot for those shows in that area, so you might have been familiar with him. But recently, since the quarantine started, he's been just killing it in the 3D mapping. And oh shit, is that a Matt submission? I think we should we just
Oh,
go
right here?
down?
Oh, right.
Yeah, should
Yeah,
we just go
yeah. This is
down
him.
or?
Yes, sir. Glass Tentacles preview? Let me make this, let me show this in full screen. I've never actually had, here. T-scan, where is it?
I can already tell this was made in Houdini.
Where the fuck? Hold on, I just need to find the window overlay that this has. Bam, that's it, okay. This is going big. Big screen, baby. Get that desk out of the way. There we go. All right. Oh,
Alrighty.
shit.
Yep.
Is like a visual loop you'd VJ with, or
Oh, definitely you can DJ with this one. Yeah. This is by a friend of mine. And I've seen him work on it throughout several days now on his social media. Play that next one. Play that next one. The promo video. Play that next one. And it says, "Yep, up next."
Oh, yo, he did aptics. Bro, do you just do aptics fucking artwork? That's awesome. We've heard the song so many. He submitted it to the beat and greet, bro. Dude, you hats off with this animation. You did a great job, man.
Yeah. And one thing about Matt is I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but since I've been introduced to him, he started like I remember him not making any like visuals, and now he's making this type of stuff over, I would say, what, 2 years. So it's been great watching Matt create like visual art, because he started off like just somebody who's making it, also doing it for fun, but over the last several months he's been diving into the 3D world and now makes really cool stuff too.
It says 14 months. That's impressive as fuck, man.
Yep.
Crazy shit, dude.
His drive is very inspirational, man. He is constantly just making shit, constantly, like diving into different concepts. Because I just kind of stuck around with just like, okay, I want to create 3D shit, but he's kind of like learning all kinds of procedural stuff. And there's another another medium called like deep dreaming, which is like a really trippy. I don't know if you heard of Google, like what is it called? Google.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You dream, where you like submit a photo and Google would dream it up for you and make it very, very trippy. Yeah, a lot of content creators are getting really good at that, and they would create all types of like wild ass, like trippy shit that would turn a picture into an animation that is made out of trees or bugs or all types of crazy shit. So yeah, there's a lot of people that learn that type of stuff, and it turns everything into a dog. Like, yeah,
that weird mushroom dog or some shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because I think it's actually just a collection of different like faces. Like the algorithm is, I guess, using different types of faces, and it just kind of like mixes them all together. I don't know. I need to get more into it. Yeah.
Nah, but this is on some next level shit right here. I don't know what same thing that you're using is Cinema 4D.
I believe that he made this on Houdini. Matt, you tell him I made this one. I'm not really sure, but I believe this was made on Houdini.
Is this this is, I don't know, man, insane. There's like that sense of like hyper realism too, you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is super fire. Yeah, his stuff is great, and that track also is great.
Yeah. No, for real,
they
go together perfect.
It sounds like you're munching on like nuts or something in the movie theater.
Yo, it's fucking awesome that he's in here too, because literally almost every week we get an aptic submission, and that one has been.
I love this one. I love shit that looks like this.
Looks like an onion, some skull onions.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, nice little blending of two worlds. We got the beat and greet vets and the visualizers behind this whole thing now too. Fucking awesome. The keys on the skull.
Yeah, keep your eyes on Matt. He's good at what he does.
Yo, hell yeah.
And
Matt, you want to link
yeah,
us your Instagram or something, or your Vimeo, wherever you'd like us to revert back to for this kind of thing? Because any commissions, anything like that, because
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of also underground artists in here that are also constantly looking for work. This is perfect, honestly.
Exactly.
Just VJs and DJs place for them to show each other's work.
Wow. Yo, this is I'm thank you for helping me break these grounds. You know, break this. Oh my god, trippy.
But just taking a tab before this fucking shit started. That'd have been a wild ass podcast,
bro. Glass animals, yeah, okay, all right, dude. You're Matt. I didn't mean to skip that. Let's turn it up. Jesus Christ. Oh, the textures on that fucking thing. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. All right, yeah. Well, shout out Matt. That's amazing stuff, man. I definitely thankful that you brought some fucking visual artists over here too, so we could just get some pretty stuff to look at, man. Let me see if there were any more, because I'm definitely gonna follow you. Would you link us on Instagram? Okay, word. Thank you, boss. Let me see. I think Optic said his was a visual collection too, right here. Jack Lion. Let's see what we got.
Is this Taylor Drew?
Taylor Drew. Who's that? Oh no, this is actually a beat submission. This is Jack Lion and Optic. I guess they got an audio visual mix. Who edited this?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Go to the description.
Ponder the NFL fall.
Yeah. It might be them. I'm not denying that. I was just wondering. It gave me one of my colleagues is also a content creator named Taylor Drew, and it looked kind of similar to her work.
Taylor Drew. Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing as Matt just said that too. That looks like Taylor Drew. Let's check it out. Let's see. That was a 9-minute long tune. I just realized. So I think that's around the halfway mark, just in terms of keeping things flowing.
That's one tune? I thought they were just mixing a mini mix type of thing.
Oh, it's the EP, but they said it was two. They said it was 2 tunes. So I think it's around. It's got to be around there. Maybe the.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So just in terms of keeping things going, we'll try to get to like one from each person, and then. I think that gave us a good idea. Let me skip through it, actually. Let me just make sure I'm not missing something crazy in the future, some different editing style or anything. But, I like it, honestly. I like the video, the whole vibe that the video brings to it, too, you know?
I definitely think their video and music styles complement each other very well. And I enjoy, personally, the use of space in their videos. I don't know if that's the right term to use, but just watching many clips being on top of each other, not necessarily just a clip on top of another clip on top of another clip to get a certain result. It was just like certain boxes in certain places, and one video might be smaller, looped on top of another video, which is a style I don't really see often, and it was really cool to see. I feel like live, it would be enjoyable to see live. And even their music, the song was great.
Yeah,
I love it. Gave me like, I never like to really, just a personal thing, to not like give somebody be like it sounds like type of thing, but it definitely gave me like if Saruda and Supertest made a song together, it would sound very that type of vibe.
Yeah, and that's high compliments too. Like, you know, those are two dope ass producers, and I felt the same way. Like the tune was fucking fire. The visuals, I like the originality of it too. You know, even you guys just having visuals to accompany an EP like that, I think is dope as shit. And you said peep the last minute. It's so funny. You got like what is that, Battle Bots? What was that tournament with the robots that they fought? I can't remember. You see it going on in the background? It's a little.
Is this Doctor Who? No, I thought it was Doctor Who for a second.
It's a little hard to make out, but it's the bots that fight. You know, they had these teams that fight for the fuck. I can't remember what the fuck it's called. I watched it tripping balls one time though.
Battle Bots. Hold on, I want to
Battle
see.
Bots.
I feel like I'm familiar with this shit.
It was on Science. No, it was on Science Channel, something like that.
You gotta remember, I'm not from here. But damn, this is cool. This is like some like they built these robots and
fought them,
battle them out.
Yeah,
dude, I'd watch the shit out of that,
bro. It was fire, honestly. And like the last time I saw it was probably like a year or two ago after a Flying Lotus show, and we just watched it tripping balls. And like the girls we were with, like my girl and my brother's girl, were like, What is this? Get this out of here. And we were just like fucking cheering them on. Yeah, it was got fire. Like, it's crazy.
I was fucking cheering the fuck out. This is so wild. All these look like I don't know if you played a game called Twisted Metal.
Nah.
It's like PlayStation 1, and it's just about a game where you play as a car and you just load it up with guns and go against other cars in like an environment that also have guns on them, and you just like duke it out shooting at each other. Damn. And it was really wild. I enjoyed playing that as a kid.
Damn, wait. Was there awesome radio stations on that?
I played it as a kid, so it definitely it had a really cool rock.
Okay, no, it wasn't this one. All right. I played something like this. I've been trying to look for years, and it was like you build up a car, and then it had the funniest radio stations. It was like GTA before GTA, I think. I can't remember what it was, though.
You talking about Crazy Taxi?
Nah, it wasn't Crazy Taxi. It was like you'd kill people. You'd shoot people down and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
It was fucked up, but, you know, I don't know. I've been looking for it ever since. I'm pretty sure I'd be disappointed with it at this point, but, you know, it is what it is. But yo, anyway, that's dope. Thank you for the submissions, guys. Let me see if we got any more visual real quick. But yeah, if not, we could just fucking listen to a couple tunes. Two, three of these tunes. We got Thick Boy, Elevates That Wait on Him, and Sky Sweet. So let's go. Nah, not Midnight Club either. Nah, Vigilante. Nah, Carmageddon. I'll let you know. None of these ring a bell though. But right now, all right, let's get into the tunes. You could hear what was going on before, right? When I was playing. Like,
100%. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was perfectly fine.
Let's go. We got Thick Boy up first.
I love that spelling of the word thick.
2 C's. It actually looks like a butt.
Yeah, honestly, it does. It looks like SpongeBob butt.
Yeah.
You know when it comes out of the box, it looks like two buckets.
Oh my god.
I ain't going over there, grab my ass. He on that mojo, girl. Shit, I ain't going over there, grab my ass. He on that mojo, girl.
It, bro. 5 days ago, I think that's one of the newer ones. You know, we've heard from you. Sometimes you give us one like an hour before too, but this one sounds like defined. It sounds like the ideas all there. Everything fits pretty nicely in the mix. And the fucking wobbles, man, they were pristine. He needs some milk. Is that what the sample was saying? He needs some milk.
No, I think he was saying that he off that mojo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to like hear it or like see if I knew the meme, but I couldn't get it. But yeah, man, that was fire. I like everything about it, honestly. Maybe a little bit over here, dude, I always say add like Foley effects, honestly. You add something like that. Actually, you got a fucking bird. Is that a bird? What is that? Nah, maybe something like that. Some rain or something like that. Just for the intro, because it was like 45 seconds. Or to a minute. You know? It would help break it up a little bit. Maybe some phasing. But honestly, the whole thing is there. That's all.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed you complimented the wubs, and that was one wubs. but I definitely enjoyed the whole... I guess you call it percussions that were going on. I just left that whole ka-ka-ka that he was throwing randomly in there. And I don't know, for me, it gave me that like Whittler in the middle of like a festival at like 3 a.m. secret set, and he would drop some shit like that.
That's perfect.
And that's what I feel like what it gave me off immediately.
Yeah, no, that's literally like as you were looking down and saying that, he just said that.
He just tapped into Whittler.
So yeah, that's perfect, man. And I like literally that's me having to be like, oh, maybe you should do this, but because the whole rest of the tune was gas, you know. I'm sure you'll probably figure out a few of the mix downs things that are going on over here too. I don't know what kind of peaks and valleys, but the bass and the way the kick and the snare fit with the drop, it was perfect, you know. But I mean, you do have a couple like discrepancies over here, like your intro right here. It's just a little peaky right there. So I mean, that might come through. It might hurt the rest of the mix in terms of beefing it up because something's already hitting that ceiling. But dude, these are all minor problems, minute problems, because the fucking idea, the tune's there, and that shit's gonna go off, bro. Yo, shout out Thick Boy, man. But yeah, you wanna add anything to that? You wanna?
Nah, man, I feel like the terminologies you're using are perfect. I don't really have anything like critical to say about the track itself. I just honestly feel like just the vocal sample just needs to be a bit more prominent just to hear it a bit better.
Yeah.
And that is the only way I could the only thing that I would change about it. I just feel like the intro was perfect for like a transition, because sometimes when I'm mixing myself, I'd like to have a song with a bit of transition time for me to like go through. And I feel like mixing, is that 140? Was that 140 BPM?
I think so. Kind of sounded like it.
Yeah. I feel like when you mix 140, you kind of like want to have as much time to transition between tracks as possible.
Definitely.
Not that I know anything about mixing.
Hey, dude, if you've done it, you know something about it. You know?
Yeah.
Come on. And I feel like the artwork's kind of got like a your vibe too, super hyper realism with.
You gotta have that upside down cross, bro.
Nice with the gold, so we know it's real. Backed by gold, baby. Thick Boy, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Appreciate the tune. We got motherfucking Sky Sweet up next, who's always coming through.
He got the mustard squirt.
His artwork is a little less catered to you.
Hey, bro, it's called abstract.
Unless you like mustard, I don't know.
I've been on this website called Super Rare where people sell like one of a kind artwork, and somebody sold, I believe, for a certain $1,000 sold a white piece of artwork. It was just a white canvas.
Oh,
it was
man.
just white canvas. So like this could sell on there. Like that you could call it mustard squirt and sell it.
That's what I was saying. The Jackson Pollock shit, man. Those things go for like millions too, bro. You know, it's insane. It's fucking insane. But hey, let's
Sky
go.
Suit.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
tremendous amounts of water.
Jesus.
That was
Fucking
fire.
Christ. That was insane, yeah. Holy shit.
That was fire, especially the second drop with that droopy droop noises. I was just like, let's go. I loved his vocal chopping.
Yeah, I put us in the hot tub too, and then he's like said something about wet being water or something. Like he had like a Donald Trump sample in there, some shit. I don't know what that was, but it hit, bro. That shit hit hard.
That was fire, yeah.
Like honestly, for a 5-minute long tune, I think you held attention pretty well. It was like, you know, there was so much going on, yet you still managed to like make it progress very nicely and fucking and get to the point. And that's a tune I don't know what to say about that. You know, it could be 3 tunes in one, honestly, just because of how many different fucking directions it took. But I like how long it is and how complex it is, to be honest. You know, but you could use fucking three parts of that songs in 3 different 3 separate songs. Like it was its own thing so many different times, and you brought it all nice back into a nice little package, like real fucking sexy. Sky
Is he in here? I don't think he's in here.
Yeah, I think he just dropped this in here like a couple minutes ago and dipped. But yeah, he's usually in here, but I don't know, man. Hats off to you, because there's no feedback to even be said about that one. I don't know. That was gas.
Yeah, I've only heard one other song by him, and it was a collab with Maroc, because I did a whole project for them, like an artwork for them. So
oh, really?
It's cool to see what he's doing. His sound is dope. I'm gonna give him a SoundCloud follow.
Dude, yes. Who was the last artwork you did for? Was it like Matheny or something, or who?
The last, like most recent, I believe I cooked was probably.
It looked like purple. Like a ninja, something had like. Hold on, I'll look up right now.
Oh yeah, just go to Sky Suits. Just go to his. Scroll down a bit, just a little.
This one right here.
There it is. Yep.
Oh, Maroc.
It's a Moroccan Sky Suit collab.
Oh, so you just did a fucking thing for them?
Yeah, I cooked it about a month ago, but just now they actually announced it.
Oh shit, dude, that is fire! This is the fucking artwork you did for Sky Suite, man. Dude, small
Sky
world.
Suite, yeah. Yep. That's why I was just like, see that? I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yo, that's gas, man. Dope ass artwork too.
Thank you.
Ooh, I like it.
The track is dope too. When it comes out, it's gonna be dope.
Who came up with the idea? Was that something off your head? Something that you guys collaborated with?
Well, it was Maroc Jamie that approached me, and he was like, the track is called Serenity. We're looking for something more, less like in your face and more like pleasant to look at, and it has to do with the word serenity. So I was just like, hey, let's do something like that. And they loved that idea.
Oh, shit. Yo, that is a fucking gas idea, man. It's kind of got your style in it, too. You know, that's why I had to ask, like, who came up with the idea? Was it something that you're just like these deities right now? Or
Pretty much, it was on that vibe type of thing because I'm on that flow, so everything I'm making is around those type of things.
Yo, that's gas, bro. Okay, so
oh shit, we got Mr. Dill.
We do got Mr. Dill, and Sensora, I see you in here too, but your link isn't working. So I think you're one of the last ones too. So if you could hook it up with another link, Sensora, I know you're in here and you come through with the heat, but we got Mr. Dill and.
What the fuck is there? Never mind. The other link had an Arabic like actor on it, and I was like, "What the fuck is that on there?"
Oh, really?
It was in the related tracks. Like if you click the one that had no track, the link that's not working.
Oh, okay. Wait, Sensora.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, the number one
like,
on.
Who the fuck? Yeah.
It's trending.
Hey, bro, we pushing numbers.
Yo, honestly, for real, I don't think SoundCloud is gonna be about rap anymore. It's gonna be like, I don't even know what kind of music.
Dude, and like I'm telling you, Arabic and like I'll say Arabic and Indian and those type of people, they'll like if you look on YouTube right now, right under PewDiePie, I believe the second biggest channel is like an Indian channel for Bollywood movies and stuff like that.
I'm trying to look at it with the top ones, but it's not showing up. Like, I don't know. Usually when you just sign on to SoundCloud, it'll show you the top ones, and it hasn't been rap lately. It has been some Arabic writing or something. I don't know what language it is.
These foreigners are taking over SoundCloud.
They pushing numbers, yo. Get that money, baby.
Hey, bro, they push numbers, bro. They got nothing better to do.
I feel you. Maybe I'll start fucking with it. I don't know. Shout out Bollywood, you know?
Hey, dude, if you make a Bollywood movie, honestly, that'll be fucking fire.
Let's go. That's where we collaborate. Let's go, bro. I'm down to make a movie.
I would love to make a movie. I feel like that'll be the most enjoyable experience ever. It's just budget is the big thing.
Yeah. Fucking all this red tape going on in Hollywood now. All this pedophilia shit. Nah.
Oh, nah.
Sure, it's better over there, bro. You know? Fuck it.
Yeah. We stay away from that.
Oh, shit, man. All right, so we got the homies, Mr. Dill with it's a collaboration with I and Veronica Eileen. I hope I'm saying that right. So let's get into it. Yo, Matt, great visuals, man. Thank you for submitting before too. Peace.
You think that you know me? You don't know shit. You want to control me, I control you. You say that you want me, do something for it. Let me tell you something. I control this, I control this. control this.
Mr. Motherfucking Dill. Alright, boss. I've seen that you're in chat. I don't know if you're here right now as we speak, but if you are, link us some SoundClouds, please. Let us know where to follow, because the tune was dope. I like the vibe of it. Seems like it's done too. Got a final master.
Very vibey tune to it.
Yeah. Nah, for real. I like the vocals on it too. They give it a nice, a vibe to follow too. It gives you something to connect with.
Definitely sounds like something that would be played in a big room.
Yeah. Like not. I don't want to. Like you said, yeah. You don't want to say something sounds like, but you could hear some like old school kind of like Nectar driving power force through it.
Those drops that basically overpower you to the point where you're just like standing there like. The bass is just literally overtaking you.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing at all. It's like
no, it's a great thing. Especially
yeah.
for a live event. It's created for a live event too.
Definitely. No, and it's dude, the production was fucking dope. I think the vocals sat nicely with it. There just might have been a little. I think during the drop there might have been a little automation. Auto panning or something. That maybe it could have done without on certain aspects. Like there was, I think, auto pan going on with, like I think the LFO, the bass might be the one thing that should be zooming in and out right now and keep the vocals like as they are, because that gives just the wobbles that much more intensity. Like if everything is kind of going back and forth and in and out, I feel like it takes away from that wobble, But not to say that it does, because you're getting your point across, but if I had to nitpick at something, that's the one thing that I noticed. I think the kick, the snare, everything fits nicely in there. Everything. I love that snare too. The master looks good and thick, but it was just maybe that one little automation part right there. But that's literally me nitpicking too, so hey, if that's it, that's that's all very selective too. But yeah, man, you want to add anything to that?
No, bro. I feel like I'm just keeping the technical things really to you. I feel like I said, for me, I honestly have no negative things to say about the track in terms of like creativity. I feel like it stands on its own, and especially when the way the second drop came in, it had like that slow moment and then drop type of thing, which is really nice to. I always look for like the second drop for it to have a bit of creativity to it. It doesn't have to be like, sometimes people just go overboard with the second drop and it sounds completely different than what that first drop sounded like, and it's just not consistent. But for this one, it fit together. It felt like a continuous like journey through the song, and then now you're at the second part of it, and here you go. Now you're it.
Dude, for real. Nah, I liked it. It was a nice journey, honestly. Fire journey, and I like how.
Go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to get you going.
No, I was gonna say Thick Boy snuck in another one, but it's a collaboration with VLC.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. The last one was good. So hey, whatever. I'll hear more Thick Boy.
No, and I noticed VLCN was talking to Sebastian, was saying, "Oh, I'll send you the tune." So I didn't know if you guys knew each other or what. And then I opened the tune and it's with Thick Boy. So I think that's funny as fuck. But
I would think they know each other. But before we started, I drank a full bottle and a half of water. Can I run to the restroom if possible?
Run to the restroom, take a dab, whatever you need to do, boss, man.
Ma'am, can I go to the restroom, please? Fucking high school over here. I really like
Do what you gotta do, my guy.
Why the fuck did we have to ask to go to the bathroom in the first place? I never understood that.
And I hate that semantic shit. They'd be like, when you're like, may I go to, or can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? It's like,
Yeah, bitch, I'm about to piss on the fucking floor. Let me go.
I literally did one time.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna go pee. I don't want that happening to me.
Oh shit, man. Okay, so we got rapping on this one, thick boy. No. Smoke snacks. No, you didn't. He's going to pee, draining the main vein, and we got, I think, 2 more left. It's VCN, smokestacks, and my man Elevate. And I'm pretty sure we got through today. I think it was interesting with Censura. Yes, sir. Let's go. Censura. Okay. What shirt you wearing? It's the Mona Lisa. Yeah. She's got a mask on though. It's Corona Lisa. Yo, I just made that up. It's the Corona Lisa. Dog. I bet you that's been done before. I really feel like I just made that up though. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that one. Oh shit. But yeah, okay. Censura. Yo, I wanna shout out everybody who fucking threw some shit in there, visual or not, like Phosphor. It's pretty ingenious way to incorporate your stuff in there. Yeah, Kamzu, I don't have any memory literally left over on this. Can you upload it to SoundCloud real quick? There's no way. Ooh. There's like, yeah, I can't open certain links. And who just sent the JR Mill? Sent the fucking screenshot of your shit, man. That shit look boss. Let me see if I could play it off Mega. If I can, maybe. But if I have to download, I can't download anything. Okay, actually, I might be able to play it. Hold on. Please play it. Hey, how you doing, Poppy? So someone
I'm
said.
gonna dab too.
Oh yeah, bro.
Now in the mood to listen.
Do you, man? And look, someone sent a screenshot of their.
I recognize. Yep. I definitely recognize this.
Oh yeah. Damn.
This is Jay Miller, isn't it?
It says who sent it, and what the hell's playing right now? Oh, okay. This is one of the submissions actually too, but I didn't even know what was going on in the background. Who did say that was? Oh, Miller's Grove Visual.
Yep, this is Miller.
Let's go. Yeah, that's a dope little screenshot, man.
Yeah, that is also another good friend of mine that also started only in the recent times and is already making their own stuff too. It's always so awesome. I always notice the people that started off like just doing it for a hobby and now are doing their own thing in their own realm.
Damn, yeah, no, this is fucking dope. What are you using to like make something like that? What kind of just started?
If I am not mistaken, this is made in After Effects using a plugin called Trapcode, Tau, I believe. Yeah, so yeah, you make shit like that in After Effects.
Damn, bro, holy shit! I'm using After Effects just to scratch the surface. I need to step my game up. All right, so we could get through these as quickly as possible. We'll let you go, my man. I know you've been here for a while, and I fucking.
Hey, I'm having a good time, and now I took a dab. I'm chilling.
All right, I appreciate that, man. Seriously, because you're giving a whole new perspective to this thing. You know, giving us people with visual things, and just a whole different vibe. So, I appreciate you, dog.
No problem, man.
We got Thick Boy rapping on this one. Apparently, that's what he said when you were gone. He's rapping, so let's hear it.
Okay, so he raps too.
I guess so.
All right.
I'ma be blunt. I'll get your ass coughing if you try to phase me. 'Cause I am the greatest. So once I am gone, they could never replace me. My boy got the strap. He keep that shit tucked and it's never on safety. I mean shit, can you blame him? We come from the loot where they pop on the daily. That's why I'm never out of raps like a smoke shop. Hold blunt to the face, call it Botox. I ain't feeling it yet, I need some more shots. I'm like a blind person reading, I need more dots. Don't get it twisted, I am still the bomb. Watching all of they moves, I got the showering gun. Screaming Black Lives Matter, word up to Hanuman. Acid vision, my brain working in polygons. Look, I'ma be blunt. I'll get your ass coughing if you try to phase me. 'Cause I am the greatest. So once I am gone, they can never replace me. Look, I'ma be blunt, 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 blunt. Look, I'ma be blunt. I am the greatest. I'ma be blunt. I'ma be blunt. I am the greatest. I'ma be blunt. Drop that. I'ma be blunt. Second verse after listening, you run this back. I'm really nice with pronunciation on drums and claps. I used to do this a lot, they should be scaredy back. I still make music that pops, but now I barely rap. Getting back to my roots, I've been working hard, got stains on my boots. Nothing get under my skin except tattoos. Infinite benevolence, samurai shampoo. Catch me quitting, that would be a rare day. Y'all been snapping since the jump like Kevin Ware's leg. I like to fly to DC and stomp on Trump's brain. That go for anybody racist, dog, fair game. They talking about me, call it fan fiction. This shit come straight off of the top, ain't nothing handwritten. Keep talking shit, I promise you could be a man missing. Vulcan and thick boy killed him, that's why man's missing. Look, I'ma be blunt. I'll get your ass coughing if you try to phase me. 'Cause I am the greatest. So once I am gone, they can never replace me. Look, I'ma be blunt, 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 blunt. Look, I'ma be blunt. I'ma be
VLCN and Thick Boy Blunt. Bro, first and foremost, Thick Boy, I just want to say thank you for being fucking multi-talented out here. I like the raps, honestly. The bars was fucking good, you know? It wasn't just like you spitting like an 8-bar over the drop or some shit. It was actually I enjoyed the bars, dude. And the part that you were rapping over too, the beats during that part were like finesse too. I loved the trap, like the heavy hitting sub of that like the trap. There was like some glide going on in there. I thought that was fire. And the one thing I would say too, look at the mix sound. It looks fucking huge. It's beautiful. Everything looks mixed and mastered perfectly. And there was just that one point. It was kind of like strictly white. It was like a white noise bass, and that would be probably the one part that I would say maybe could use like a either revamp or just maybe a little lower on some of the high end frequencies. I mean, dude, it works with this type of music too. So this is like I'm saying again, a subjective, take this with a grain of salt. Like I thought that was a dope ass tune, but the one part that I was like, was that it was like a strictly white noise part, maybe around here, like this. And to be honest, it works too. You know what I mean? Like it literally, like I could see that going off at like a Lost Lands or something like that too. But so that's just personal taste when I say something like that. But that could be the one part. It just maybe a little too harsh on the high ends. Maybe you need to stereo it a little bit or phase it a certain way or something. I don't know. Maybe you could play with it. But I do fuck with it. It sounds like metal. So it's like metal mix with rhythm. But
Metal
yeah,
trap.
yeah.
Metal trap, bro. That's a new thing.
Yo, really, that's why I'm saying it could work. Like I could see people like headbanging at that point, the hardest they've ever.
Oh yeah,
headbanged.
this would go off at like a festival. This is definitely that festival, track that you would drop,
dude.
and the trap arms come out of nowhere at that point.
Yeah.
And they just start going up and down.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it's just I haven't got a live show in too long, and I just need to I need to headbang to something.
Dude, you just need to grind them teeth for like 6 hours.
You seen that Casey? I think it's Casey Frey or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. You just need to, dude. Honestly, bro, it's been so long since I've been to a show. I'd be like Casey all over fucking again, bro. Just for once. I just want to be like, I don't know where I am. Somebody come take me type shit.
Bro, just that look like you're answering questions like halfway, like yeah, I love this band. Oh yeah. Oh, like it's just do that awkwardness. Like, oh my god. I think we're all
the music
feeling.
and fucking blaring in your ear. There's no good way to have a conversation, so it's just left to either hitting their blunt or taking a sip out of their water or something.
Shaking your head. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you said.
This shit, not a smile.
Oh shit, man, that video was too fucking good. It hit the nail on the head. Too much nostalgia.
Definitely did.
Bro. Yeah, but
We all
hey.
had those moments.
Oh man, that was the foundation of our scene. A lot of our friendships were because those people are still around, like we're hanging out with those guys. We all grew up, started testing our drugs now.
And whatever we're laughing at, we all did it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, laughing at our own pain. But all right, we got the legend Smokestacks up in here. He got another one from the Smokestack side of his project. So I'm expecting some hard body Bugatti hitting bass out here. Let's go. Smokestacks. I'm hungry.
Tell me how you feel.
Everything I do is insane.
I love this track. That was really enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah, dude, through and through. Like I was, expecting a second drop, but I'm glad that it just totally changed too.
It just was flowing.
Yeah, like you didn't like force that second drop towards the end. That's what I was like. I was going back, making sure that it wasn't just gonna like end into nothing or go into another drop. But I'm glad where it turned out. There was like that whole second half of the song that was just completely different. Not wonky at all, but like that first half was, a heater too, bro. Like that shit was techie. That shit was hard body.
Yeah.
I love the tribal fucking drums of that. Just like really random. Like what the fuck is that? Like
Sounds like a drum circle going on it.
I love
so
that.
dope.
I love the way, I
Yeah.
love like the length that it's looped and everything too. It's super wonky and like out there and not your normal, like just something that you'd like normally find yourself dancing to. You kind of find the rhythm and then it takes you on a journey on that second half too, bro. So I love it, man. There's no words of advice here, bro. Fucking finish that baby and you'll catch a download from me. You want to say anything about that one?
No, I honestly loved it. I honestly want to say the environment that you're putting us in is fucking amazing. Like the whole bathtub situation that was going on with the bubbles and the disco ball and the outside.
Hey, man, I'm just going with the music, and so Smokestacks put us there. Hey, Smokestacks put us there, dude. And I kind of like that. He has two different projects. Smokestacks is like what I've known him for is like the bassy kind of stuff. He's got fucking releases off everywhere, and then he's recently been doing the Research Chemicals, where it's like the lo-fi stuff. And I feel like that was a blend of both of them, like in a really tasteful way. Like you kind of just blended both of your side projects. I think there's a lot of room for like that's a nice way to go too.
Yeah, looking at his releases, his releases was really dope collectives. Too.
Oh yeah, Veil, Wormhole, Dream Vault, Curo, Below the Surface, Unce, Headbang Society, More Creativity, Jesus Christ, Abstract Future, hey, Gradient Perspective. Yeah, man, Smokestacks, you're a legend, bro. So thank you, appreciate the fucking submission. Elevate.
Thank you. That was really enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah, dude, for real. Appreciate you. Elevate, you got you here? Are you back, or should we wait for you again? Cause our man A-Dad's right here. You in the mood for some house, some techno from Italy?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Let's go,
Yeah,
bro. Let's go.
let's go.
Let's go. A-Dad. Foley right off the bat. He's got birds.
The heaven is spherical in shape and moves as a sphere. The earth, too, is sensibly spherical in shape.
That's sidetrack.
Let's go fast. Let's go right. Let's go fast. Let's go right.
earth too is sensibly spherical in shape when taken as a whole. In position.
Yes.
Yeah. That saxophone, dude. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, crazy.
I was instantly transformed to like a South American festival.
Yo. It got me thinking of like I think they do, where's psytrance big? Like
I think it's South America.
is it? Okay, all right. I
I
was thinking
think-
that
I
like
think.
for some reason like Israel, I was thinking, I don't know why.
Oh yeah, Israel too. Yeah, because Infected Mushroom are like one of the biggest psytrance names, and they're Israeli.
Oh really? Oh shit.
So yeah,
So I was,
Yeah.
I was like wondering, like that got me thinking, like was there electronic in Iraq, or like was there what was
no, it's not really. I mean, Israel is really the most like the newest country in the Middle East, and it's only because it's only about 100 years old, and it's very more culturally like advanced than any of the countries in the Middle East. But yeah, they do have a psychedelic scene that is very known over there too, and I guess psytrance is really big too. I mean, I don't know why psytrance is not big here. I love psytrance.
Yeah.
Like you listen to that track, it was just pure fun. It was just like,
Dude, it's pumping. They got the energy.
Mhm.
I love the different instruments they were using. You know, sometimes they come in here and it's like strictly the psytrance, like no real instruments. Whatever that means. But it's just, this was kind of little genre defying. I feel like it transported me to a different kind of place. Sometimes their shit. I don't even know where it's gonna end me up. I'm like, oh shit. I had to think about. I mean, I had to really dig deep and be like, oh, these guys are from Italy. That's dope. They don't sound like anything that I know, but they don't sound like anything too far away too. So it's pretty dope that this is like a merging of a couple different genres, like psytrance, and there was like a guitar in there too. That was really hard.
and the saxophone at the end. Yeah, so they were mixing stuff, and it's crazy to see how somebody showing off their ability by implementing like instruments, and also, I mean, psytrance is really out there for a genre of music. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's great. I love it. I just feel like certain people might not get into it because of the repetitive of the very in your face, like that type of thing. But I don't know. I enjoy that, especially like if I'm running.
Definitely.
That could be great running music.
Yeah, and dancing too, man. I like
Oh yeah,
sometimes-
that's beyond like dance music. Oh yeah, this is definitely perfect dance music. I feel like for me personally, like these days, I found house music and like drum and bass and psytrance are the most enjoyable to dance to.
Yeah.
Like I still enjoy bass music, but like bass music is just, I guess, about like letting loose.
Yeah.
But like I enjoy just like fucking dancing my ass off to like some house music.
There's like a call and response effect to like bass music too. It's like a very like up and down. You know when it's coming. I love like house because it's just steady and you could just ride it. That's why there's 24-hour house shows, because you're just pacing yourself the whole time and you can't not dance. So it's not like you're standing there. I find myself doing that with bass shows a lot. After the first 8 bars that are the dopest that I've ever heard.
Because in bass music, I feel like you're just always expecting the most insane drop to come at any time, so you could like lose your shit to it type of thing, or whatever they say. But I feel like, yeah, for house music, you're just like stepping into a rink to just dance your ass off for a little while. Don't matter what the fuck's playing, and whatever's playing, it sounds good.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's such thing as bad house sets. There might be for like house heads, but like I just feel like, oh shit, they're mixing house. I'm about to boogie. Like
Exactly. It almost can't be bad. You put a kick on anything and it's almost like, all right, you could dance to it. Fuck it.
Yep.
Especially a 4/4, you're just fucking going. Hey, don't even matter. But yeah, dude, Adad, thanks for getting us in that mood, man. Italy holding it down every week with some different kind of shit, psytrance. I don't even know what I said, giving you a disclaimer for it. I said it was like trance or house or something. It was not that. It was not that. I don't know what it was. You guys are in a league of your own. Shout out Adad. Yeah, like the couple of tracks before it, I got no feedback. That shit was bumping right where it needed to be. Hit the vibe. And it allowed us to get Elevate back in the house too. So play my track from Friday if you want new shiz. Alright. Yo, Sky Sweet. Dude, your tune was fucking huge, man. We played it probably like 10-15 minutes ago, but the tune was amazing.
Yeah, that shit
Hats
was a
off.
certified like knee slapper, but not in a funny way. Like actually your knee getting slapped with the track.
You getting slapped by your own massive balls, because that's how big
Yep.
they are, bro.
Yep, you just walk around and you have just 2 bruises on both sides of your legs.
It was that much of a slapper, bro. That was yeah, hats off, man. I really loved all the noises in that shit. They were mind blowing.
And the vocal chops, the vocal chops were really dope too.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Nah, you're good. You're good, Sky Sweet. Thank you for the tune, man. Thank you for the sub. So what do you think? We do Elevate's new one or old one? He submitted one from yesterday and then one from today too. So he said play my track from Friday, but you know what? It's in your hands now. Let me see. There's 2 different ones. Let me see the names. Maybe the names will help. Nair Nada or Hey Ma.
Let's go in there now. Nah, bro. Hey, Ma kind of look like they got a little something going on. They got that.
on.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, son. Let's play that one, bro. This could go 2 directions, literally.
Shout out Cameron. Shout out Elevate. Let's go. Oh, it's the track.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
2020. We're sampling Cameron. Let's go. I really dug that, and it's cool that it's from 4 fucking years ago. I don't know what you did to remaster it, if it was more ideas or just a remaster, but I like it, man. And if that was the idea from 4 years ago, fucking dope shit. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm glad he revived that shit.
Yeah, for real. And he's been sending a lot of like the older tunes that I think one a couple weeks ago was like from 8 years ago or something, and it's still kept up. So like it's nice when you have those timeless ideas, that could just.
You can tell he's very capable with the sound that he's creating.
Definitely, and it's like it's not a sound that's like showing of the time, if that makes sense. Like everyone's making I don't want to drop the name, but like a peekaboo style track last year or a X, Y, and Z style track like the other year. Like, there's like you can't tell.
Yeah, that's really a nice way to put it, because I was going to say, like, it doesn't sound like anything that would be made, like, especially these days. It sounds that the way he had the whole, like, I don't know, Eastern style, like, percussions going on and little clicky clacky noises going on. Definitely, like, breath of fresh air, like I said in the chat. Definitely, that's how I would put it.
Yeah, that's
and
fire.
Is it by, how do you pronounce the name? Is it Love 8 Music?
Elevate. So like L, like you say L.
Oh, yo, that is big fucking brains, bro.
Yo, once you get it, you get it,
brains.
But almost everyone has to like even.
But I feel like everybody's like, hey man, is your name Love 8? Be like, Elevate. Be like, huh? Can you spell, bro? Can you read?
Yo, for real. We've had like, I think Sub Doctor was like, yo, change it. He was just like, change it. But other people are like, no, I like
stick with it, because people got to try actually to read it.
Yeah, no, I like it too. Like Simba, that people always ask me too, like, how do you say his name sometimes, And sometimes I'll fuck with him. I'll say T Simba, but it's just Simba.
That's how you say it.
Yeah, no, it's just Simba.
I at least said T Simba.
I think it's for copyright reasons or something, but yeah, it's just, there's no T, it's just silent. But I always say it just to fuck with him sometimes, and generally because sometimes I used to think it was T Simba, So, but I like.
I'm glad you told me, because I am the worst at pronouncing words. I'm just, because y'all just be like, hey, add this letter, but don't worry about it. I'm like that like I've never seen that in any language. It's just like, let's add a letter to the word, and then just like, it doesn't exist. Like, no, like it's there, and it'd be like a K. How the fuck do you not pronounce K?
When has K's ever been silent, bro? Come on.
Yeah, like why is it silent? Why is X silent? Like when I used to go like work at LSU, the big thing is go Tigers, but they would spell it in a way where it's like UX or something, so it sounds like Ukes Tigers.
What?
And it's very like, it's a Cajun way of spelling it. So the way they spell go is like GAUX or something like that.
What?
Yeah,
so many extra letters. Why you adding?
Yeah, exactly.
Letters?
You're just like, why the fuck is it there? It's G-O, go.
Oh my god, bro, ridiculous. Yeah, but I mean, in this sense, you could get away with it. It's a name. It's an artistic choice too,
Mm-hmm.
So you're not cheering some fucking team's name. It's like your shit. I like Elevate. Once you know too. So it's kind of cool in that way. And unique sound is definitely what he's got too. So I think a unique name is only appropriate. I like the fucking the older style shit you've been sending us, man. Thank you for the sub. Always appreciate it. There was one, actually, the one mix down note I did have, actually, I do remember there was like a kind of a hi-hat, open hat that was going on for most of the song. It would be pretty easy to spot out. There was like a hi-hat. It could have just been lowered a little bit. I think it was taking up a little bit more of the mix than it needed to be, but that's hey, I mean, that's only if you're going for the loudness war shit too, if it's going to be compressed a little bit more, because everything is going to be louder in a sense. But Sensor, let's see what we got, my man. Let's see what we got. Coming up on our final fucking submissions. Sensora coming through. Yeah, the vibes on that one, Sensora. Oof.
Yeah, I really thought when I didn't really like watch a lot of like submission streams and stuff like that, so I really thought we were about to get some like god awful fucking tracks that we can like talk about. But like everything we've listened to so far has been very enjoyable.
Bro.
Like people be making stuff, bro.
Yo, it's crazy. That's what I mean. It's like, it's just consistent, like with the heat. You know, it's, you know, even visually too. I hear some of these fucking. I see some of these things. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, I got to step up my After Effects game, or this, that, and the third. You know, and then this, you circle back to this, and it's like, fuck. There's so many different facets of music too that I think I was pigeonholing myself into like what I want to make, you know, and then I hear other people's stuff, and I'm like, fuck, I'm longing for this kind of thing, or I'm longing for the Arabian fucking.
I promise you, it's the same struggle in the artistic world for like design. It's the exact same struggle. You think you're doing something cool, and then you see somebody doing something, and you're just like, yeah, maybe let me rethink everything.
Does having this time off, like I've talked to a lot of the producers, and Dave definitely said the same thing about being like introspective, and like maybe this isn't the type of music that I want to make, you know, the ones that they were making for the festivals that were coming up, and this, that, and the third. So like having this time off has kind of made them like make a different kind of music or look inward. Has it been the same kind of way with you not having to play shows? It's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it for me then, kind of then.
Yeah. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I had intentions and plans of going on a potential tour with somebody. So my whole focus was to create visuals for that person. But then everything kind of spiraled out of, like, I had a opportunity to play Red Rocks this year and Bonnaroo. But they both got, canceled because of that. So it made me realize that I need to shift my focus into basically producing just for the sake of learning as of right now, and not to execute other like artist ideas to bring with me to their shows and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah. I mean, one thing I learned is like, if it doesn't happen now, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. That's one of my type of thing. Like I feel bad more for a lot of the actual musical artists that had the opportunity to play those events and not get to, because I know it's hard to get those fucking bookings. It's hard to like play Red Rocks or open up for Bonnaroo. I was supposed to do that with I don't know if you're familiar with Mize.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and Lucid. I was supposed to also do Bonnaroo with Lucid. So that would have been awesome. But I feel like if these things didn't happen. I mean, if these things happened, they might have taken away some of the other cool stuff that happened this year. But I don't know, it's cooler than playing Red Rocks.
Yeah, no, yo, that's goals right there, bro. I don't know what the fuck is bigger than Red Rocks too, and I don't know if they're having trouble like with like their future plans or whatnot too, like, but that gets me nervous too, because I'm like, all these places that were on the list, like what
but
happens?
I always wonder how, like, it's other are venues and they're buildings, but Red Rocks are legit. It's just rocks. Just leave them alone until it's time to play again. Like, it's not like you gotta put shit up. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Unless like you gotta pay taxes on it or some shit.
But still, then
I don't know.
On. Like,
yeah, I never understood like why venues. Well, I understand now, but like I never understood how venues just go out of business so quickly. Like, do some of them not actually own the venue, but sometimes they actually just rent it out and stuff like that.
Maybe their overhead's so fucking high. Like, you know, imagine like renting a spot in New York, like a bar, and you're, you know, I don't know, you had 3 days and then 3 days a month or something, you know, or 3 days a week, and that's your money makers, and the rest of the day you're kind of slow, and then you got to depend on like big days like July 4th and all this shit. Now it's done. So
now it's done. So you got to figure some other shit out, and that's why it sucks.
They're probably looking at their future calendars being like, we can't make it. I don't know, dude. It's kind of fucked, bro. But I don't know. We'll see how we all fall on our feet after this shit. I'm just hoping you know, the underground community is good, but
yeah, we just got to keep it alive.
Yeah, you know, money's always the issue though. But we do have fucking one more submission if you want to get to this one. This one's from Cams. Let's go. But dude, yeah, I just seriously thank you again, man. It's been a fucking pleasure talking to you.
Hey,
Fucking
man,
dope,
I
dude.
appreciate you guys having me out. This has been really enjoyable to get to listen to songs that are still in the works and not finished, and get to see how it's like. I mean, I don't see how people sometimes be like, "Oh, is this finished?" I'm just like, I can listen to this. This sounds okay to me. They're like, "Nah, bro, I gotta turn down the reverb." I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay, cool.
You probably say with visuals too, bro. Nah,
Oh yeah.
titties, nah, you know, it's like
Nah, bro, this looks great to me, man. I'm just like, nah, I gotta work on this pixelation, and I'm just like, I can't see that, but I can.
oh yeah, dude, the worst, bro. But you know what? That's good though. We got to be our own worst critics. Love hearing from Data Byte. Yeah, great dude over here, Mr. Ash. All right, so we got Cams finishing us off for tonight.
That is some McDonald's Sprite.
McDonald's Sprite. I don't know, man. I've never had Sprite. I don't know. Is that a good
You've
thing?
never had Sprite?
I think I've had it mixed with some sort of alcohol like once or twice. But
I need you to just go to your local McDonald's and just for $1 ask them for a large Sprite with ice and just chug some down. It might like burn your fucking throat, but like their Sprite is very carbonated. So when you're sucking on some McDonald's Sprite, it'll jolt you.
Oh, all right. So that's a
that's
good
why.
description then.
That song gave me that jolty vibe
Sprite
that a
remix.
McDonald's Sprite would give me.
You know what I think is funny too? I think that's the dog. Is that the meme dog? Is that like that it's like a pug that's like singing? I don't know if you've ever seen what I'm talking about, but it's like,
Nah, show me.
hold on, pug singing, and he's like in the car window, and he's just yelling. He's like, roar. He's not singing really. He's just yelling. This guy, here he is.
Interrupting. No. I'm having a conversation. Not no. Walter, I'm right here, baby.
But I swear, like I could hear that. Tell me you can't hear that in this.
Wait, play it again. Play the song.
When it drops.
I feel like he definitely like had to have used it or something. That is exactly how it sounds.
There's like a scream,
Especially
in
at
there.
the drop, right before the drop, when he said,
He's like, ah, like I really thought that you were doing that, and if not, That's a crazy coincidence, but like it is a fucking. I'm pretty sure a rule I've heard a couple of my friends tell me, like if you don't know what sample to use, just use a end it and beginning with a meme. So I thought you were doing that. I was gonna put my hats off to you, but if not, that's even crazier. But I swear you got an opera singing dog.
One great meme to have, bro. Like, I'm not surprised I've not heard of this video before. That dog was chanting, bro. It's like, don't leave me in the car, you fucking bitch.
1960s chick baby. Oh man, dude. Well, this chick baby sounds exactly like this dog, cause.
No, I'm having a conversation. No. Walter, I'm right here, baby.
No.
That fucking dog's name would be Walter too.
Brightside chicks? Are you serious? That Dixie chicks?
Is it? I don't see. 1960s.
I don't know, why are these chickens
Drexel
colored,
chick
bro?
baby.
Why is this a green chick, bro?
Dude, I don't know what's going on here. This is what you
Do
sampled?
green chicks exist?
Oh, all I did was type a C and it turned into something completely different. We got to see what's
These
going on.
chicks
Here.
look like fucking
Frank's
Skittles,
Red Hot.
bro.
I put that on.
You're not getting advertisement revenue from me, Frank's.
Gotta hit them with that ad block, bro.
Yo, what?
I think these are painted, bro.
That's fucked up. Dyed chicks, yeah, okay.
Aww.
That's fucked up. They do look kind of cool though, I'm not gonna
Or
lie.
any kind of color.
They look like a Pokemon.
That's what I was about to say. They look like Pokemon,
Dude,
bro.
I'm down with that though. If it wasn't so fucked up.
She don't tell Twitter that, bro. They'll crucify your ass.
Yo, I've seen people fucking color their dog and shit though. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll get the harmless one. The vegan dye, you know?
Girls from the 1960s?
I don't know. Is this what it is, man? Cause I don't know. I'm just gonna go with that it was that dog. And
Honestly, at that point, he might well go ahead and make the doc sample because I'm not taking anything else. Unless
Yeah.
it's the doc sample. You go ahead and put that in.
yeah, I feel like if it's not in there ready, you gotta put it in. But I don't know,
she
man.
said.
Yeah, I thank you for getting us off on that tangent too, because I did like the tune. Maybe it could have used a little variation if you want mixed down advice. You know what? That dog perfectly on key. He has perfect pitch. Maybe use more of him in the end. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if you start off with like the song with the lady's voice, like what she's telling it to like be quiet or something, and then right on the drop he just goes the fuck off. It's just a drop and it's just the whole fucking time.
Bro,
But then again, I'm pretty sure you don't want to make your song into a meme. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you want to have a coherent ass song. Don't listen to me, man.
You never know. It could work out good, man. Some of the best songs are kind of like memey, you know? Like, what is the Kanye song? It's like, nobody even knows what that means. It's like halfway through the song. Nobody knows what it means, you know?
It's
It's
Edward and Harris.
provocative. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's provocative. Yeah, so, I mean, dude,
Get
you
the
never
people
know.
going.
A fucking singing dog might hit the hearts of millions. You never know what's going to really pay off. But yeah, I would say maybe a little bit more variety in terms of the bass in the ending area. It's still a pretty short tune, so you're not losing people's interest just then. But you literally had me dying because I thought it was the dog. So you had points on that, but now you linked us to something. It's not that. It's not that. But I refuse to believe it's not the dog. I'm gonna continue my life believing it's that dog. Hoping that it's the dog. But yeah, man, I think we could fucking we've wrapped up the submissions for today. With the singing dog, bro. I've been fucking interested in your journey, your whole backstory, where this all started. I didn't know how the scene or what led or what kind of influences was in Iraq, but I'm hyped. I'm hyped to have learned them. You know, I'm hyped to have.
Hey man, I was very happy to share some information that helped you or others to understand more of what I do or what I come from or what I'm doing. And I enjoyed the conversation. It's been just enjoyable to talk with you and get to know you more too.
Yeah, Dude, well, the pleasure's all mine. Well, thank you for doing this on like a public platform too. You know, I know this might be like weird for certain times, but this is gonna go up on YouTube. So, you know, if we want to go back and
I will definitely let people who are following me know about it so they can rewatch it later.
Yes, sir, man. I'm sure they want to know about you. It's a hella interesting story too. You know, like it's just it just I think adds to the lore of you as an artist, and you know, I'm looking forward to listening to more of that shit. And when we could get out of here and start working on shows again, I'm looking forward to collaborating that way.
Definitely, yeah, we gotta get it going.
Definitely, man. I'm looking forward to seeing big things from you too.
Now that I see, I mean, you have a creative brain behind you. I mean, I look at the stream and the stuff that you're doing. I feel like we can create some really unique stuff for like a live event.
Yo, I'm down. You know,
but until then, we just hope people wear masks so we can get back to it.
Yo, bro, for real. And you know, you talked about a team and shit. I don't know. You know, you got some people. I don't know if you got your eyes on them, or you know, you even have things delegated out for them too. But you know, who knows where it could end up? Maybe we could work together on some shit, like you said, like even teamwork wise. Maybe I'll learn how to do fingers, animate fingers.
Yeah, you animate the fingers and I'll animate the palm, bro.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. I'm with it.
And we're gonna have these hands.
Catch these hands, bro. Throw these fisticuffs. Any of these pieces of shit trying to stop us from playing shows and stuff.
Hell no, bro.
But yeah, man, I seriously, once again, I really appreciate it. You've been a hell of a guest, and you know, I hope to talk to you again soon, Papi.
Thank you guys so much. You guys have all a great night, and thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Have a good one, Papi. I'll see you soon. All right, I'm gonna end this one. I'll talk to you in a bit.
All right.
All right, guys. Another beat and greet in the books. That was fire. You know, I had some issue. I mean, I had some questions here, a lot of questions, because he's an interesting man. You know, there's been other guests. I don't even got questions for him. Like, what the fuck am I gonna talk to him? But nah, I'm lying. Every guest we brought on here, I highly respect. I'm appreciative of every single person that's on here. Data Byte, no different. Please make sure to go follow him. We got the Data Command. And I'm actually really hyped we took a step out of the production, you know, not really 100%, but we took a step out of the producers, because now we could just keep growing the show, different perspectives, maybe ask for different kind of submissions. And yeah, man, go follow him. We'll be back tomorrow with the regular stream, Friday with the beat and greet, Sunday with the sets. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for submitting. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are sexy.